Oh, my!
Juan Miguel Gonzalez, father of Iliam, meets with his attorney in preparation to take his son back to Cuba.
Well, Mr. Gonzalez, how was your trip?
Very good, gracias.
Do you have any questions before we go any further?
See. This box with the pictures. It's incredible. What is this?
Oh, that's a television.
Oh, television. Mr. Lawyer, what does "what's mean?
Pardon me?
What's
Well, it means what's up, like what's going on.
What's
Right, it's a greeting.
What's
Now, I know that you're uncomfortable being here. So this is a very difficult time for you, sir. What is it, sir?
Oh, this Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is incredible. How do they get the mozzarella cheese into the crust?
I'm not sure. So, as I was saying... Yeah, as I was saying, we will try to make your stay here as comfortable as possible and get you home as quickly as possible.
Bye.
Are you going somewhere, sir?
No, I'm listening to the new CD by the boy band In Sync with my new Sony Discman. It's incredible.
Yes, Mr. Gonzalez, they are quite incredible, but we'll be meeting with the...
Just another play and your game for two. You must hate me, but it ain't no lie. Bye.
Oh, God, sir, don't you want to get this over and get back to Cuba?
What are you, loco? I love it here. There's like 300 channels on cable, and I can watch all the Yankee games.
But, sir...
Mr. Lawyer?
What is it, Mr. Gonzalez?
What's up?
We're number one, damn it!
Okay, 9:02 at 560 WQAM. Happy Monday to you. Happy Martin Luther King Day. What are you smiling about?
Thank you. Was that
we
for
have
me?
to be very politically correct these days. Do you understand what I'm saying? Freedom of speech is dead in America, by the way. Do you know that? Yeah, we all know that. So the reason I play that right from the get-go, as they say, you know who they are, don't you?
No.
I don't either. Well, as they say, why do people do that? Well, as they say, who's they?
These couple guys, they live over here, kind of around the corner.
Well, screw them. What do they know? They. So, Alion's daddy, he don't need no Happy Meal, because he's a big shot now. He's one of the 609 candidates got elected to the National Assembly yesterday in Cuba. Voto Unido. You want to know how I know that he won?
No one else was running against him?
Because all the candidates ran unopposed.
Oh!
Yeah! So there you go, Juan Miguel, whatever the hell his name is. Isn't that his name, Juan Miguel?
See.
Okay. Congratulations to you, because in our book...
We're number one, damn it!
We are. The book came out on Friday, in case you missed it. And we'll wait till tomorrow till we have the breakdown before we start crowing too much. Maybe the crow done it. There's another stupid expression for it, as the crow flies. Oh, it's about 50 miles as the crow flies. Well, how the hell does the crow fly? His arms must get awfully tired by about halfway to Okaloosa.
Maybe the crow doesn't know the way.
Could be. Do you know the way, Crow? Probably no. Look at this. Bush gets an F in leadership, says the Sun Sentinel. Now, you don't think that they're caving in politically, do you?
Yeah.
Because Miriam Elephant is totally incompetent? But we don't. It's on our website. Carlos is working feverishly. We got more important fish to fry. Oh, and also Fred Grimm and the Herald. What a coincidence this must be. Well, you know that they put this thing together way before our show on Thursday. About reminiscing about the good old... Because the Herald's been doing this thing about the Herald Centennial, 100 years. So it must be just a coincidence that Fred Grimm in yesterday's Miami Herald in the Hocus Pocus, it's another focus section. So long, kitsch, goodbye, tacky, our changing landscape. How do you say it, kitsch or quiche?
Kitsch.
Kitsch, I know. I don't like the way that sounds, you know?
Quiche.
Kitsch. Yeah, quiche. So Fred Grimm, who eats a lot of quiche, says, bidding a fond farewell to kitsch over gone by era. And he's got all these things which we've been doing on the show for days now, and we'll continue. We apologize that Eric and Carlos had another spat over the weekend. And we didn't get our poll on there until about 4 o'clock on Saturday, in spite of the fact that... well, I'm not going to go into it. No, it's a holiday. I don't want to go into it and get those two into another cat fight here today. Like a couple of silly geese. So the poll didn't get up there. It is up there now, though, and we noticed right off the bat it's probably just as well that it got up there on the weekend. Part 2 of our greatest places that are no longer in business. Because then I was able to see that we have a phony vote on there again. You people who get on that poll on the weekend, man, you have no life. We had the 2 big football games yesterday, which I know that George even was glued to those. What did I tell you about the Bucks, by the way? Nobody believed me, huh? Oh, well, the Eagles, you know, the Bucks haven't won in the cold weather, and they never won a playoff game. Right. On the road? Well, guess what? They kicked their ass yesterday. They're a Florida team. Why should we not be rooting for the Bucs? Just because we hate Tampa like poison? Don't we? Sure. But nevertheless, it's got nothing to do with Tampa. It's just a team that happens to play there. Those guys aren't from Tampa, are they?
No.
Of course not. They don't want nothing to do with it any more than we do. So let's root for the Bucs. I don't know if they got a shot against the Raiders next week, but we'll be glued to that, won't we, George? You got a Panther game this afternoon. I bet you George and Carlos are going to that together. Panthers and the Montreal Canadiens, the Frogs, are in town. The Canadiens, who lost in overtime to my Maple Leafs on Saturday. Let's hear it. 3-2. With their new coach, whatever the hell his name is, Julien. Don't you love his French fries, those Julien fries?
Oui.
What are those? Potatoes.
I don't know. Skinny potatoes? I have no idea.
What's the skinny on those? Bidding a fond farewell to Kitchen of Era, writes Fred Grimm, and he mentions the Serpentarium, the Crandon Park Zoo, the Sportatorium, the Castaways in the Rec Bar, the Playboy Club, Mutiny Club in the Grove. All these things that he mentions in here, almost all of them are ones that have been on our pool. What a concept, Fred Grimm. Oh, and I bet you this guy on line 5 in Miami is the one who's going to say, how predictable another pool. Here's Miami. Hello.
No, that's not me, Neil.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was hoping it was him.
Good morning. Listen.
Happy Monday to you, sir.
Happy Monday. I tried to call you Friday to ask, but I don't know if you was willing to give it to me, the numbers for Phil Henry and Kevin Kiley, because you're the only show who gives out the numbers.
Hey, I got them right here, man. Whatever you want. We don't play game. And by the way, our
thank you.
morning numbers, woo! You can't complain about his numbers because he don't have any.
See, because I want to be a broadcaster soon.
No, don't do it. Are you out of your mind?
Well,
haven't
no.
you said you listen to me now? Haven't you taken heed of my warnings? Don't do it.
I listen to 15 hours of talk radio a day.
You'll wind up like Mo, a bitter, nasty, crusty old man with a bad hairpiece.
No, I won't do that.
Now let's see here. Phil Henry, 7 to midnight.
I get laid every once in a while.
Well, that's good. That's excellent. Men 25 to 54. Now, who was the first one you said after Phil?
Kevin Kiley.
Who's Kevin Kiley?
Remember you said he get points.
Oh, Kiley and Goon?
No, boy, it's not Kiley and Bones anymore. Just Kevin Kiley. The other guy got fired.
They did pretty good, as a matter of fact. Must be because the other guy sucked.
No, he was actually the night for the show, but...
Like I said, the other guy, they went from a 4.3, or no, they're not on that station, they're on IOD. That was Tom Schmidt. What station are they? Oh, they went up from a 1.1 to a 2.2. They got a 2.2.
But I bet you if that Chuck Booms comes to...
Kaboom?
The Howard Davis show, I bet you the numbers go up.
You mean instead of Howard David?
Well, no. Well, yeah, Howard, because they're both Geldy.
Geldy and Kaboom.
And they both have squeaky voices that sound like...
Don't be knocking Geldy. It's his birthday, okay?
No, but they both have squeaky voices, so...
Oh, that's good. Okay, and you want to know how Phil done?
Yeah, please.
Look at this. This is, where the hell is Phil? 7 to midnight, men 25-54 from a 6-1 down to a 4-point. A precipitous drop from number 2 to number 9.
No.
So this wasn't a big Phil book, but it was good for Kiley and Goon without the other one.
What about that radio station? Are their numbers going up? Because I thought maybe they was like a sleeper to try.
Which one is that?
The whole station, 940.
Oh, Sport 940. They actually went up a little bit in all-day parts. They didn't, nothing spectacular, but they're making a little bit of a move. They're making a little movement.
Nothing to worry about, right?
Nothing at all.
Okay, Neil, have a good day.
We're dropping like flies. And you too. Actually, the rest of our station didn't do all that good. It wasn't a good fall book. The Dolphin book, every station that carries the Dolphins, whether it used to be IOD or this one, it's the fall book. We'll fall back on the fall book. And as it turned out, they fell all right on their ass. Except for midday. Except for 10 to 3. We bailed their ass out, okay? I say congratulations to us.
We're number one! Damn it!
We are. We actually went up. Of course, that was following Georgia's summer book, so what do you expect? But nonetheless, we went up precipitously to a 6.8, number 1 by a pretty fair margin there. Me and the Mad Dog. Us and the, what's his name? And the rest of the station had a little problem there. Now, Hank, maybe he'll kind of like cool his brains out. Although I'm a little worried about him between the fat and being in San Diego for Super Bowl all week. They have all those Super Bowl parties.
Oh, yeah.
And how they feed the media types all week. They just shovel that food. Like I had 2 cupcakes this morning because Fat Doreen brought in that food for Geldy's birthday. And this is a true story which he told me in a hall. And even she hates the Mo Meister. That's really something. Let me say this. When even Doreen hates you like poison, you have no allies in the building. I don't want you to feel like you're out there on a limb, Mo, but you are. She told me this story about how she brought in that nice feast there for Geldy, including all these little cupcakes and assorted bunch of fattening crap. What would you expect Doreen to bring? Fattening crap. And so I was out there picking a cupcake out of the bunch there. Not really, were you? Yes. That was the first of 2. And she said to me, I brought this in for Geldy. It's his birthday today. And Mo came out and picked one up and was about to eat it. And he said, where's this from? Is this for us? She said, well, no, it's Goldie's birthday. I brought it in for him. And he put it down and refused to eat it. Oh, well, in that case, here, I won't touch. No, you can have it, Howard. It's okay. No. He wouldn't touch it unless it was specifically brought for him. Does the term pompous ass come to mind? Huh? I mean, doesn't bother me. I'll eat anybody's free food. Doesn't bother me at all.
Tell me at least they were
See,
good.
in my case, fat ass comes to mind, and I'm the first one to admit it.
Were they good?
They were pretty damn good.
Good.
Especially for crap Doreen brought in. I wonder where she stole that.
Publix.
Did she? She got a Publix? We love Publix. We like Publix a lot on this show, don't we? Yeah. You bet. Especially with all that good free food. 11 past 9 at 560 WQAM. Hey, here's a place for you people that are serious about losing weight, or maybe like semi-serious. Delights of West Boca. This whole store is dedicated to people who are trying to lose weight the Atkins way or the low carbohydrate way, which seems to be the new way people are doing it. Makes sense. Don't be eating those brownies, by the way. This week, try the new Enchantment low-carb cookies. There you go, in 6 delicious flavors. Only 1 to 2 carbs per cookie. You'll be in snack heaven. So whether it's Carbolite ice cream, breads, chips, muffins, cheesecakes, pasta, and sauces, Delights of West Boca is one store that's completely dedicated to you and your dietary needs. They got a staff that knows their crap inside and out. They're open every day, 7 days a week from 10 to 10. And at Delights, they carry the most complete line of Atkins Brands products. And the best part of the deal is they're always 25% off the regular price all day, every day of your life, even on Sukkot, even on this day. By now you've heard the reports and read the studies that rate the Atkins diet numero uno, so do the smart thing and head for the #1 low-carb sugar-free store around, and that's Delights of West Boca. You'll find them on the northeast corner of Glades and 441 next to Boston Market. Be sure and tell them that P.D. Lenny sent you in there, and they'll give you a look like you never saw in your life. Call 1-877-LOW-CARB or check them out on the web at lowcarb.com. Don't forget there's only one Delights of West Boca. It's your official Atkins Retail Center.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Rogers.
I was standing there one day, not thinking I would die from being able to make do-do. I should never eat McDonald's. A Big Mac must be trapped inside my bowels. How can you die from impacted parts?
Right.
To let these bunch of doctors in. Now my heart stops. You schmucks had cyanide. Tore my intestines out. I guess I should have known what to expect. Living in Miami with the kind of service you get in this town. I would pack and leave tomorrow if I didn't eat that crap I swallowed. Why can't you lend me some Ducalats? Why can't you losers get it right? My bowels were blocked inside my hiney. Can't make my turds go out. It's Qatar, it's Qatar. It's Qatar, it's Qatar. It's Qatar, it's Qatar.
Hey, Ted up there in Lantana, wherever down you are, we get the message, okay? Well, we didn't really need 5 of these, okay? You clown, you idiot. Look at this. He says, what about the Bottle Cap Inn? It was on 103rd Street. Inside and out was made of bottle caps. Do you remember the Bottle Cap Inn?
No.
I don't either. And then he says, and not only does he send me this 5 times, but he gets it wrong. If you're going to be doing that, Ted, get it right. He says the headliner at the Cock and Bull restaurant was Billy de Sahara. Later from Palm Beach. Yeah, much later from Palm Beach, because his name was Bill DeShara. Remember Bill DeShara?
No.
I do. Could he sing or what, huh?
No.
Bill DeShara. Well, does that bring back some memories? He was at Cock and Bull restaurant, which we got I'm sure those are bogus votes, aren't they?
Probably.
Because I saw it over the weekend, for whatever reason that they decided to put that up there. But anyway, Cock and Bull restaurant was in Hialeah in Miami. It was a sponsor of mine and Craig Worthing and also Jerry Wichner. Remember Jerry Wichner?
I remember the stories.
He died?
So guess who else died? Richard Crenna.
Really?
You know Richard Crenna?
Yeah.
Pretty good actor.
Mm-hmm.
76. He died from pancreatic cancer on Saturday. Gained fame on TV's Our Miss Brooks and The Real McCoys. Made a successful transition from comedy to drama on TV and the movies, including The Sand Pebbles and Body Heat. He died. Richard Crenna's dead.
He died?
With Audrey Hepburn in Wait Until Dark, and et cetera and so on. A Date with Judy, The Hardy Family, Burns and Allen, etc. Anyway, he's a pretty good actor, Richard Crenna. I just thought I'd mention that. We always try to mention the dead people. Speaking of that, here's your good friend, Paul Harvey Jr., who ought to be listening to Tony Bruno right now instead.
You know what?
You're an asshole, man.
that?
I don't know why. You tell us
You
why.
know why? Because you asked me.
No, you're supposed to be listening to this show. We made you a celebrity. We made you what you are today, and we don't want to take credit for it either. And you're giving a song and dance about you were listening to the Tony Bruno show like you're some kind of a sports nerd?
First, let me say, Pompous Mo reminds me of my mother.
Yeah.
The reason I have not
Don't
called
be
you
knocking Fat Rich now, okay? He's had a tough time. He's had a rough life.
First of all, I have been in Vegas since...
By the way, Bruce Ranger won 7 races at Pompano Park Saturday.
Oh!
Nice going, Brucey. You're still no Brian Sears. Anyway, go ahead.
I've been in Vegas since Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay?
No wonder we've been in such a good mood.
One night, I'm cruising Industrial Boulevard one night. And
I bet you were.
In 5 different stations, okay? 3 stations had, whatchamacallit, Phil Henry on.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One station had Hot Dog Hop Aboard on it. Yeah. And another station had Washuzin.
Yeah.
How sick is that? That's 5 stations with Florida connections.
So what about it?
No, I'm just saying it was weird. It was odd.
It was weird that you be telling me about radio in Las Vegas.
Radio in Las Vegas.
I've been in Vegas a million times. I don't pay any attention to the radio in Las Vegas.
I
couldn't tell you anything that's on a radio in Las Vegas.
When you're in the car, you don't turn the radio on?
Yeah, I turn it on. I don't pay any attention to it. I'm too busy trying to get from point A to point B, which takes me like an hour.
So you're never
even on the
guess,
back roads.
You're never going to guess what was there, what was going on while I was out there. The AVN Awards and convention.
The what?
The AVN, the Adult Video.
Oh. Did
my...
you run into Ron Jeremy? Did you run him over? Thank you.
Ron Jeremy, Peter North was there.
All the old trolls.
Oh, my God. And every...
Right up your alley.
No, I don't think so. Portia, and the sick thing is there are all these beautiful porno stars, gorgeous women. And you know what? The biggest lines were for Ron Jeremy, Peter North, Rocco Stefano, which made absolutely no frickin' sense at all.
Rocco Stefano?
You know, what's his name?
Rocco Ziffarelli.
Whatever the hell.
Ziffarelli. He changes his name every, he's an old troll also.
I don't know what the hell his name is. He's a big boy. Anyway, let me tell you what, as much as you like it out there, it sucks. How
come you're not listening to Tony Bruno?
Because...
What?
You know, you never know.
How come you're not listening to Tony Bruno right now?
Because I bust your chops. I don't listen to Tony Bruno. Jesus Christ.
I bet you had a lot of crap about that, man. I bet you people were coming with 2x4s trying to knock your ass down. Yeah.
The effing phone rang off the hook.
Good.
Anyway.
This is Paul Harvey Jr., by the way, who's a turncoat who turned on us at a time when we need his help. Do you understand the kind of lead-in that we got? When tomorrow morning at about 11:30, when Matty Bell finally gets Duff off his ass and we get the actual numbers from the hour by hour, you're going to find out that this man had less than a 3 share. I'd bet your life on it. He'll have less than a 3 share in men. Now, do you understand? This is during the fall book when the Dolphin games are going on, and a pretty good season till the end there, which is after the book was over. Do you have any idea how weak that is?
Hey, listen.
For a guy that blows as much hot air about what a big shot, and he's going to change sports talk, and he's going to do this and going to do that? Who's he going to blame it on? Is it going to be my fault, George's fault, Joe and Mark's fault? Is it the rest of the world's fault?
Who wants to listen to a dick? D-I-K.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Have a good
day.
Paul Harvey Jr. All we can say about him is...
he's an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, just wait till we get those hour by hour tomorrow on the Tower of the Power with the Bobby Brown. Did we ever think of the name of that Frank Zappa song? No.
Nope.
Okay, now how are we going to do this? Because this turned into like a major project. I mean, this is like out of control. It's like that James and the Giant Penis bit. You know, the whole thing just it like mushroomed out of control here. We took the poll. In fact, if you have been out of town or haven't been paying attention, which we're pretty pissed off about, what's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? In fact, wait till next week when we do who's your favorite harness racing driver who's no longer around. Is it Lou Williams? Huh? Is it Francis O'Hare? Could be. Donnie Hall? Okay, here we go. Now from Thursday. Isn't this from Thursday, the original one we did? I'm lost. Give me a compass and a road map. Playboy Club. What we'll do is we'll take the top 20 from Thursday, and this poll that we put up on didn't get up till Saturday because Eric and Carlos can't get their act together. We'll leave that up today while we're building the one for later in the day. Follow what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And we'll just keep this going for what? The next 4 years? Sounds real good to me. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? In fact, by the end of the 4 years, we can put QAM on there. The way things are going. outside of 10 to 3. Pretty sad, man. Hank had a bad October, so it dragged his book way down, but his other 2 months will be okay. The next trend comes out. But there's one day part, and the nighttime had a just precipitous drop. Panthers, man. Don't want to blame Eddie K for it. It's the Panthers. There's no interest. Another shutout win, 3-0 over the Penguins Saturday night. Anybody interested?
No.
They're playing this afternoon against the Montreal Canadiens. 5 o'clock starting time. Any interest?
No.
Boy, how'd you like to count the house there today? Oh, and I should mention, I already mentioned it Friday, about the great job that the usher did in 101 last Wednesday. Nice going. Keep it up, pal. Keep it up this Wednesday when Ottawa comes in. I'm going just to press my nose up against the glass and say hi to Marty Havlat of the Ottawa Senators. Number 9. Number 1 in my heart, number 9 on the Senators. What are you laughing about?
I'm just smiling.
Marty Havlat, he's a wonderful Canadian boy. He's a great player. He's okay. Playboy Club, 158 votes. Here's the top 20. I'm not going to waste your time with all these numbers because that would take us till noon. Like I said, let's do all the numbers. Playboy Club at 158. Jay Byron's 135. Now, do you believe that Jay Byron's, people miss that? Come on. You do? Why? Because they're cheap. Because they're a bunch of cheapskates. Jay Byron's was a schlock shop.
Like there aren't other schlock shops that are just as schlocky and...
Yeah, like Target.
And Mervyn's and...
Target.
Target?
Yeah. Playboy Club 158. Jay Byron's 135. Sambo's 87. Hemingway's 74. Now, you were a little bit suspicious about some of those because your wife used to work there, but you never ate the food there, so what do you know? Hemingway's was a very popular place.
Yeah, but it was like just in Hollywood compared to all these other places that had more than one location.
How about the Playboy Club? How many of those were there?
I don't know. They just like Playboy for the same reason that they're voting for other places.
No. Six Flags Atlantis Water Park 72. Jordan Marsh 61. Wags 55. Taco Viva with that melted cheese that we're still raving about 51. Oh, I can just taste it now. Burrito Supreme with onions and melted cheese. No beans. There was a Taco Viva right by me when I lived in Kendall. Boy, those were the days, man. Oh, God. Those were great days. There was a Taco Viva right there, Kitty Corner Godfathers, on Sunset, just east of 107th. Like a block, maybe 2 blocks from my house. There was a Taco Viva. And I'd go in there and I'd get burritos, not Supremes, that's Taco Bell. 2 beef burritos with onions and cheese only, no beans. And they would have that melted cheese they would drizzle in there, you know. Anyway, Taco Viva 51. Wolfie's 50, New England Oyster House 49, Pumpernicks 46, where the old people put them out of business by stealing the salt shakers and all the silverware, and the sweet and low. Shakey's Pizza 40. The only good thing for Pumpernicks is that all those old people that put them out of business, they're all dead. Shakey's Pizza 40, Burton Jack's 39, Beefsteak Charlie's 38, Peaches 38. I still say, I can't believe you when you tell me that Peaches in Fort Lauderdale on Federal Highway on Sunrise is gone. Oh, that just scares the crap out of me. Studio Restaurant. Remember Freddy's Studio Restaurant, 36?
No.
That was a great place. Dalt's 35. The Black Anus and Zares each had 34 and Extra 30. And that's where we draw the line. Got it? And we'll take about 500 more to make today's poll. I'll let you know what's happening with that, even though the Cock and Bull vote is bogus. Do you believe Cock and Bull's got 44 votes?
No.
We don't believe it. I'm on to you, man. I saw all your hanky-panky over the weekend, okay? All you people that like to diddle on our poll over the weekend. Get a life. Get a freaking life like Paul Harvey Jr. Can you imagine going to Vegas and being worried about what's on the radio? Huh? No.
Radio?
As a matter of fact, they have no clocks in the casinos. They should also have no radios in Vegas. Who the hell's got time to listen to the radio?
Or sleep or anything.
Right. You gotta make a contribution there, man. Just keep plunging and plunging. Travel Channel all weekend long. Had those Vegas shows again. Do you see that? All weekend long again. I wonder how much the Vegas Chamber of Commerce pays them to keep pumping that stuff out. People that cheat at Vegas, people that get caught cheating, the top 10 tea rooms in Vegas. Just amazing. I'm burnt out on Vegas. 27, I'm burnt out on it. That's why Hank's in the Super Bowl all this week. He's out there in San Diego, although it's not that far from Vegas. Can you see him plunging into the track all week long? I think he's got a better scam than I do, the humper. Hey, snow in Miami, never heard of it, right? Well, Tom Lehman and Joe Prieto are buried, maybe not in snow, but in vehicles. The factory has sent Hallett so many cars, there's no place to park them. Even Tom Lehman had to park cars in his driveway, so they need to place one in yours. Hallett is blowing out all new vehicles, regardless of profit, including the Pontiac Vibe, starting at an amazingly low $13,998 and up to $5,000 off on every GMC Envoy in stock. Plus at Hallett right now as I speak, get 0% financing or up to a $3,000 rebate. And as always, Hallett's got a stupendous, unbeatable selection of dependable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. If everybody else in town turns you down for credit, maybe if you know Paul Harvey Jr. and they say, get out of here, have no fear, because Hallett is here. They'll cut you a deal no matter what. It's the Winter Blizzard Emergency Clearance Sale going on right now at Hallett Pontiac GMC, 13401 South Dixie Highway. That's on US 1, across from the Falls, open 7 days a week. And unlike all these other businesses we've been talking about that are come and gone, they're still around after 35 years in that same great location. And as always, when you call Hallett or you stop by, be sure to mention the Neil Rogers Show. You'll save even more. You can check out the Neil Rogers Neil Deal hotline toll free at 1-888-534-4211. That's 1-888-534-4211 for Hallett Pontiac GMC, who say we are professional grade, and they are.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
This is your Attorney General and purveyor of decency and sensible shoes, John Ashcroft. Legalization of marijuana is on the rise around the world, like England and Canada. But those are just some foreigners. We can't let that happen here in the greatest, freest, and most arrogant country in the world. While legalization of marijuana would cause unemployment to rise by dismantling of the DEA task force and would take food from the mouths of needy politicians. So stick with alcohol. That's fine. And cover up them naked statues, will you? I have a mother complex, and that bothers me. And get your feet off my nice, clean floor.
This message paid for by Citizens Against Fun in America.
9:33 at 560 WQAM. So anyway, here's a picture in the Fred Grimm piece in the Focus Pocus in the Herald yesterday. Picture of Crazy Greg Newell, the button south on the beach.
Okay.
And there's a couple of guys that look okay. But anyway, those were the days, man. Let me tell you, when they drove, all you old farts here, of course, most of them are dead anyway, so what's the point of screaming at the dead? Huh? All those old farts, when they drove spring break out of town and they drove all the young people out here, that was the end. That was it. That was the kiss of death. I mean, we can talk about various, the Corkies on North Miami Beach, and we can talk about Peaches over there on Sunrise Boulevard in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, these are just additional nails in the coffin. But once they drove out spring break, that was like a message. There's no place here for living and breathing people, only boat people and frogs.
It's our time, son.
And now the frogs can't afford to come here anymore because of that cheap, crappy Canadian loonie, that worthless currency. So, that's a blessing, a mixed blessing. Follow what I'm saying? It's a mixed bag. A mixed sack. So all you old farts, I hope you're real happy as you're rotting in your graves that you drove all the young people out here and turned it into an outdoor funeral parlor completely. That was the only breath that we had. That was the only contact we had with reality, with living and breathing people, was spring break, the young folks. People under the age of 100. Bible College shuns beastly 666 phone number. Did you see this?
No.
Well, here it is. This is in the Herald yesterday, no less. A small Appalachian Bible college is fighting to change its telephone number because the 666 prefix is disturbing to Christians who recognize it as the biblical mark of the beast. I didn't know the beast had a... Oh, that's his weight now. The beast. What a fat slob you are, man. You go off that thing for what, about a day and a half, and he gained back 15 pounds? What a tub of garbage you are, man. We're embarrassed for you here. That's been the talk of the whole station. Is that the beast came back in here on Friday, and the excuse was, well, they took away his black sack for a few days, and he gained back 15 pounds faster than you can eat 4 cannolis. Man. Can you believe that?
I believe it. Seeing is believing.
Jesus, God almighty. Anyway, people say you're a Bible college and you have a 666 in your phone number, said Carlene Light, an office worker at Kentucky Mountain Bible College in Van Cleve, Kentucky. It's the connotation nobody wants to be part of the mark of the beast. The conservative, non-denominational Christian college on a hillside in eastern Kentucky has been trying for months to persuade a telephone company to change the number. If I sound a little bit off this morning, it's because I had those 2 cupcakes. Better me than Mo, though, Oh, I deserve them. What does he deserve? It sure wasn't part of a ratings party to celebrate your ratings, Mo, I'll tell you that. Can't crack a 3 share in men. You wait till tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bet Carlos and Eric's lives on it, that when we break down the hour by hour tomorrow, he's got under a 3 share in men in the Dolphin Fall book. Do you have any idea how scary that is? Look at that. Rob Roy McGregor, the college's vice president for business affairs, said staff and students want the number changed to a second prefix, 693, that was recently added after the 66 numbers were taken.
Wait a minute. That guy's name is really Rob Roy McGregor?
Rob Roy. He's kin to Billy Bob Ray. In the biblical book of Revelation 6:66, the mark of the beast is stamped into people's foreheads or right hands during the last days. Those who receive the mark, according to Scripture, are damned to eternal punishment. Damned to work at QAM. Oh, I think that we're going to turn things around in this book, you know what? Because this weekend we got a big new show. Our operations manager, who doesn't have much else to do, is starting his new show called Penis Talk, starting Sunday. The beast represents Satan, and Satan will put the mark on everybody who does secular trade, McGregor said. You ever do secular trade?
Just this morning.
I've done some of them. True Christians will not accept the mark of the beast, it says. McGregor said he asked Access Point, a North Carolina-based telephone company that serves the college, to change the number about 6 months ago. And the phone company says they'll make every effort to get the number changed so these people don't burn in hell. God dang it. Okay, let's get down to business, okay? And like I said last week, I think we bit off more than we can chew here, you know? The audience loves this, at least so far, until they get burned out on it, like by 11 o'clock. But geez, I've got enough faxes here. I better go through the faxes, you know. And some of you people, just be patient, okay? Look at this. See, here's one that came Friday. He does it. Just relax. I'll get to you. Christ, I'm a doddering old man. What do you want?
Jesus Christ.
Carry this whole place on my aching old shoulders forever? I walk out of here on Friday, and there's Bill Tanner, Greg Reed, and little Maddie Bell come up to my ankle. And they're shaking my hand. Oh, great, Bucknell. With a look of relief like you bailed us out again. And we did. We did. I thought we were the ones that were going to suck wind in this last book, because following, you know, George in that summer book. No, as a matter of fact, you could take George's numbers from the summer book, and they beat the pants out of the numbers from the fall book and the other day parts, beat the daylights out of them. How do you like that, in spite of the fact they treat you like crap? I guess they've heard your show. But anyway, no, seriously. The numbers you had in the summer book beat the snot out of the other two drive times.
That's not good enough.
Oh. Bunch of heartless bastards, man, who don't appreciate a job fairly mediocre, decently done.
A job done.
A job done, that's right. Killing some time. Being on here mumbling away a little bit. Talking about disgusting, filthy, vulgar things like Dwight Lauderdale eating Ann Bishop's ass. What? Oh, even he's grossed out. What's wrong with you, man? You know that it's true. Why do you think he had to shave that mustache off? He started complaining.
They bury your face down.
And when dead people start complaining, I don't know, ask Sandy. She'll tell you. Kaz's Sports Arena Bar. Now listen, Carlos, I don't want to start playing Butch Bosch here, but you and Eric, I'm not putting up with any more of that crap. You know how many times I had to call him this weekend? I tried calling you once, but of course you don't answer because you're out sitting underneath the overpass. Yeah, Carlos lives under the overpass there on MacArthur Causeway. The only problem is there is no overpass on the MacArthur Causeway, but that's what he puts down as his home address. No, seriously, when the show is over today, you'll fax the new group, okay? You got it? And write these down. And I had to spend at least 2 minutes on the phone with Eric on Saturday correcting the spelling. He had, wait till you hear how he had Kresge spelled. Kretzkies. Kretzkies.
They're out of business too?
They don't have no hockey equipment over there, okay? It wasn't Wayne Kretzkies. Yeah, they're out of business too. Coz's, C-O-Z, apostrophe S. Wasn't that, see, and then they got Topless Donut Shop on 84. That's our donuts. We already got that on there today, okay? Get with it, whoever's getting pushy about this fax. Coz's, wasn't that, who the hell was that? Kozlowski? Mike Kozlowski? I don't know. Well, there's so many of these damn Sports Arena bars. Then it says, thanks, something or other, Jumpin' Jeff from Jersey, which we already got the Topless Donut Shop. It's called Our Donuts, okay, and it's on there. You can vote for it right now. And we apologize for catching the audience off guard, although maybe it was a good idea to catch them off guard. It allowed a bunch of fakers to put cock and bull number 1. Right now, the poll for today, which I'm not going to waste time reading them to you because it's up there now. We'll leave it on during the whole show, and you can diddle away on it. Your favorite South Florida business, at least out of this list, that's no longer around. Cock and Bull Restaurant 45. They're going to get DQ'd, I think, aren't they? Yeah.
Dairy Queen, they're still around.
Will you stop? Dairy Queen, isn't that the place where they have that brazier food?
Yeah, and the non-ice cream.
Dairy Queen. And you know there are people who actually like Dairy Queen?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Canis Mas Macho, Dairy Queen or Carvel?
Carvel at least uses real ice cream.
Could have fooled me. You call that real ice cream?
Not compared to real ice cream like Ben & Jerry's or something like that, but Dairy Queen doesn't even call it ice cream.
What do they call it?
It's
we can't say that on the air. Yeah, soft serve. That's what my dog usually drops. 941 at 560 WQAM, and all you folks out there, if your home is just not big enough for you, if you're outgrowing it, and you're home too, Maybe your family's getting bigger. Maybe you need more room for an at-home office, a nursery, sewing room, or a new master bedroom or bath. When you need more space for your place, call our guys at Strictly Additions. Strictly Additions is your one-stop shop, more space for your place with a worry-free approach to expanding your living space. They show up on time. You won't have any hidden charges, no games, no BS. They're the experts at pulling permits so the work gets completed on time. And now for the new year, you can use your income tax return to get all the work done. All you folks out there shopping for new homes, why waste the time? Because by the time you sell, buy, close, and move, you might as well just pull some equity out of your current home and call Strictly Additions and make it exactly what you need. You'll pay for a new addition to your home that you already love. Call Strictly Additions today at 954-791-8100. That's 954-791-8100. They're licensed, they're insured professionals. Call 954-791-8100 for a free estimate. Call Craig or Patrick at that number. Strictly Additions will save you time, lots of money. You won't have to move to improve. Get you a whole new house with the same address. 954-791-8100 for our close paisans at Strictly Additions.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
The cow, Aaron's coming.
Hey do, bright light come and I want go home. Chocolate pudding, vodka filled. Bright light come and we want to go home. Suicide man, it can kill. Bright light come and we want to go home. Hey, Mr. Coroner, tally up the bodies. Bright light come and we want to go home. We say, hey, Mr. Coroner, tally up the bodies. Bright light come and we want to go home. 6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead. Bright light come and we want to go home. 6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead. Bright light come and we want to go home. Hey, me say do. Bright light come and we want to go home. Hey, me say, hey, me say, hey, me say. Bright light come and we want to go home. A beautiful bunch of purple shrouds. Bright lights come and we want to go home. See their spirits in the clouds. Bright lights come and we want to go home. 6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead. Bright lights come and we want to go home. 6 men, 7 men, 8 men dead. Bright lights come and we want to go home. Hey! Me say, do. Bright light come and I want to go home.
947 at 560 WQAM. What are you eating in there? Was that fruit that Doreen brought in?
Just fruit, fresh fruit.
George is gnawing on fruit. So here's a fact somebody sends me, one of our listeners on the internet in Chicago, about spring break. Here's an old article from the Scum Sentinel from 100 years ago, or from the Christian Science Monitor. And guess who's quoted in here? That fat cow, Nikki Grossman. Well, we had it for 30 years. It took us 10 years of marketing to overcome it. To you, Nikki, okay, you idiot. You simpleton. They're all the same, man. We have no courageous leaders in this town. They're all a bunch of scumbags. All a bunch of goofballs. Including your governor, man. Aren't they proud now that we got a real governor? Strictly politics. Oh, he doesn't have the power to fire Miriam Elephant. Sure he does. For incompetence. But he's not going to do it because it's not politically correct. I made a mistake today. Mark it down.
Okay.
Here's a fax from somebody who's absolutely correct. It says, sorry, Marty Havlat is a good Czech boy, not Canadian. Not that it matters, and you're right on both parts. How could I be so stupid? I guess I got blinded by the light. Huh? Well, he's Canadian in that he plays for Ottawa. It's a Canadian team, ain't it? That's still there, thanks to the fact they bailed their ass out. National Hockey League is in big trouble, but don't tell Gary Bettman. He's busy going like that. What's still out there? Any more cupcakes?
Everything is still out there.
Everything's still out there. And I bet you Mo didn't take any with him, because it wasn't brought specifically for him. See, people like there was this guy that came to the track. By the way, don't come and bother me at the track, please. There are a lot of nice people out there. We appreciate your listening. We're thankful for the diaries, all the other stuff. But don't come and bother me at the track, me and the fat man and Derek. We want to be left alone to lose in peace. Right? That's POP insurance, plunging in peace. PIP, however that goes. PP insurance. Just let us lose in peace. But everybody comes by the salespeople or by me. Oh, is that really, is that for real with you and Mo? Is that for real? Yeah. What a stupid question. The answer very simply is, yes, it is. And I don't want to have to elaborate or go through a big song and dance while I'm trying to figure, is it going to be Bruce Ranger this time or Brian Sears? And who's that coming on the far outside looking like he's fading in mid-stretch? Is that Wally Hennessy again? Uh-oh. Come on, Wally. Get into him, baby, you clown. We're going to send you right back to Nova Scotia. Wherever the hell you came from. From hunger. Guess which ones didn't get any votes last? Now let's see. I'm confused which day. Thursday? From the first poll. Don't even say days anymore.
Right.
By the way, the new poll is up there waiting for you people to diddle on it, okay? The one that was supposed to be up there on a Friday afternoon. We got them all confused now. Cock and Bull Restaurant, Bolomat. Did you believe that those are number 1 and 2? No. Sunrise Musical Theater, Eastern Airlines, Hollywood Sportatorium, Uno's Pizza. I'm not going to read them all because that would take till midnight. The Dollhouse, Gracie. What's Gracie's Restaurant?
Don't know.
How could that have 13 votes? Do you think that maybe some of those might be suspect? Who the hell knows? Kenny Rogers Chicken, Duff's. That's the crowd that likes to gum their food. They like gumming it. Hollywood Fashion Mall 11, Penrod's and et cetera. That's on there. But anyway, from the first poll, we had 1,953 votes. Keep that in mind because it stayed on there. It stayed and it stayed and it just stayed long past its welcome was due. Catch what I'm saying? No. Cluckers, no votes. Sam Solomon's, no, what was Sam Solomon's? Remember? No. Vibes Roast Beef, a big none. Knights of the Round Table, but just before the show, George and I were reminiscing about a restaurant that we thought, we weren't sure if it was King Arthur's Court or Knights of the something or other, and I think that's the one. Knights of the Round Table had a really good
Knights
buffet.
Table, something like that.
Knights of the Round Table, that was where they had a really great buffet. Had no votes. Neisner's had no votes. W.T. Grant's had no votes. And the Tiffany Diner, the poor Tiffany, no wonder they went out of business. They had no votes. Jesus Christ. Man. Doesn't that frost your ass?
No.
Not really, but sounds good. How about Bobby Maduro Stadium? I mean, they haven't taken it down yet, have they? It's still physically there. And I still think the Marlins could play there this coming season. It's got more than enough capacity for the 200-300 people that'll be there every day, including the players and the ushers and usherettes and the concessions people. But nevertheless, Bobby Maduro Stadium. Now, are you making a new list? We got what? What do you got? I gave you 2, right? What has he got on there?
Well, right now he's got nothing.
What do you mean you got nothing? What was
Steve? Right on Bobby Maduro.
What about the first one I gave you?
You didn't sound a bell to say that we were starting the new list yet.
Christ.
He thought you were talking about these.
No. Coz's, what is it? Now I tore it away and I don't even know what the hell. Coz's Sports Arena Bar. C-O-Z''S. See what I mean about him?
He was busy putting those stories in, or at least pretending to.
You mean he wasn't done with that yet? If he wouldn't take a half an hour to brush his teeth and take a bath in the sink, he'd have been done with that a long time ago. I had those done here by 7:20 this morning. He's a little bit of a late starter, you might say. That's what Eric said. Anyway. I'm not getting back into the middle of that again. Man, you talk about a catfight between our 2 computer experts. You got Coz's Sports Arena, whatever that was, and Bobby Maduro Stadium. There we go. There's 2. I want to make sure we get this list right. This is very scientific, and Fred Grimm might write another piece in the Herald about it, but I doubt it. Hey, Fred, give credit where credit is due, okay? You're not fooling us. You're not fooling us over here at QAM, where everybody steals our crap. The Top Draw, 79th Street. The Top Draw. And that used to be, I think, Craig Worthing's sponsor, somebody's sponsor. The Top Draw. D-R-A-W. Got it? The Top Draw that was on 70. It says Nancy and Doug with the group Shea King with Roby and Roberto. Whatever that is. I don't know what that means. And you know who else has got no votes today? The Toast. My old friend Toby. Oh, I wonder if he's still alive.
Roby?
Not Roby, Toby. You don't remember the Toast? The Toast was good. It was one of my fine sponsors 100 years ago. The Racket Club on 79th Street. This is obviously somebody used to hang out in that neighborhood. The Racket Club, you got that? Good. Can you spell it? The East Ocean in Hallandale. I have no idea what that is. Don't put that down. I don't know what it is. One of the best local groups, 70s and 80s. I don't know. They get a little bit too carried away. Here's one. Fedco. Remember Fedco, discount department stores? F-E-D-C-O. Got it? F-E-D-C. Oh! Yeah, Fedco. You got that already? I think he just nods his head and he just didn't pay any attention.
No, he can't hear you when I turn the volume down, and I don't know
Well,
why.
quit turning the volume down. Fedco, you got it? The audience is going to start revolting out there. They're going to start getting pissed off and fired up. And here it says on 49th Street in Hialeah, there used to be a great restaurant called My Friends. My Friends. Got it, my friends? He's got it. Good. And how could I have forgotten this? Jesus! Man, am I slipping or what? I must be getting old and febrile. Emac and Bolio's. From those great Zeta days, huh? Oh, brother. Call up Stan Major, see if he remembers that. Emac and Bolio's. Great ice cream over there on University Drive in, what is that? Is that, Tamarack?
University in what?
University like by, I don't know, Commercial up around in there?
That sounds Tamarackish.
Yeah. Emac and Bolio, that's E-M-A-C-K and B-O-L-I. Oh! Got it? Emac and Bolio's, better put ice cream. Emac and Bolio's ice cream. Well, how could we have forgotten about that? Those were the great days, man. That was really something. Look at this. Now let's get that cock and bull out of there. They're going to get DQ'd, I guarantee you that. Sunrise Musical Theater. I still can't believe that that's closed. Remember the big countertops we had about that here on Friday? And somebody in Carlos insisted, I looked it up on their website. See, they were just being a little optimistic. That's all. Oh, yeah, coming January 1st, 2003, Elvis Presley. In concert. There's about as much chance of him showing up this month as there is of them opening up again. None. Didn't somebody say, Clear Channel sold it to a church.
Right.
Leave it to them, okay? Leave it to the people at Cheer Channel.
Church Channel.
The grave robbers at Church Channel to sell it to a church, the Sunrise Musical Theater. The same people who killed music on your radio are killing music live in town. At least they may not be good, but at least they're consistent, a bunch of grave robbers. Did I give you one of those, the Bill Sapphire's column about the FCC? Did I do that? Yeah, on our website. Go to our website and check the stories, okay? Do a little bit of reading. Don't just sit out there and sit back on your ass and listen for free to all the great entertainment we provide free every day. Go on neilrogers.com and check out the great stories that Carlos works feverishly to put on there. For at least 20 minutes. 9:56 at 560 WQAM. Boy, just wait. How many weeks do you think this can go on? In fact, let me ask you this. How many more businesses do you think can go out of business during the time when we're taking a poll?
Right.
Oh, we can't. It's one of those where it's hard to even keep up. Let me ask you a question. Are you in need of car insurance? Have you gotten tickets in the past or had an accident? Do you have bad credit? Well, if you answered yes to any of these things, then here's the number to call. 1-888-506-7283. That's the number for Florida First Insurance. They have the car insurance policy plan for everybody, regardless of your past record. They've got low down payments, and they can get you the car insurance you need for as little as $35 a month. Call them now, toll free at 1-888-506-7283. Florida First Insurance offers free quotes, is family-owned and operated with years of experience. You deserve the car insurance you need, but you need to call them now, 1-888-506-7283. If you need home, life, health, or commercial insurance, Florida First Insurance can get you covered. And right now is a special promotion. Stop by at any Florida First Insurance location, get a quote, and you'll get 2 free casino cruise passes, compliments of Las Vegas style marketing, a $60 value, absolutely free. That's right, call 1-888-506-7283, get a car insurance quote from Florida First Insurance, and get 2 free casino cruise passes. So don't forget, no matter what your car history record is, you have to call 1-888-506-7283. That's Florida First Insurance for all your car insurance needs. Call them right now. Here's that number again for the West Coast. 1-888-506-7283.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Don't have a penis.
Well, congratulations. Get a life.
If you're so old you no longer have any teeth in your head, now there's a restaurant just for you. The Creamed Cornucopia.
Creamed cornu, what?
The Creamed Cornucopia. It's the one place to get the one thing you can still sort of eat. And you can get it so many ways. Start your day with creamed corn flakes or creamed corn cakes smothered in creamed corn syrup. Then, try our daily lunch special, cream corn chowder with a steaming hot gooey slice of creamed corn bread. Or do you prefer creamed corn muffins?
Well, I like...
Oh, close your mouth, you old bat.
Huh?
On this, creamed Cornish game hen. It's what's for dinner.
Tastes a little like chicken, but more like cream corn.
Now, wash it down with a shot of creamed corn whiskey.
Smooth and creamy and corny.
Time for dessert. How about some strawberries and creamed corn?
I think I'm having a creamed coronary.
When you want nothing to chew on, come to the Creamed Cornucopia.
They would have loved Duff's, I'll guarantee you that. 10:02 at 560 WQAM. Here's somebody faxes me. This CNBC bull stirs a boycott threat. How do you like that? A day without Maria Bartiromo's lips, David Faber's hair, and Jim Cramer's rants. That's what a group of investors tell Yahoo stock message boards that they want. A grassroots campaign to boycott CNBC on January 22nd is taking shape across the message boards, but it doesn't look like it'll spell doom for the financial news network's ratings. If you're tired of CNBC's biased reporting, regardless of what stock you own or follow, plan to tune them out all day January 22nd. Send GE management a message. We're tired of the bull and will not support it with our viewership, reads the original message. First posted on January 8th on the Tyco message board. GE owns CNBC, the gambling channel. There doesn't appear to be any rhyme or reason behind the January 22nd date. It seems that they're just not going to take it anymore.
Crime is bad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
The person originating the campaign even professes to be a fan of the Three Stooges, which shouldn't be confused with any actual CNBC programming, Larry, Curly, and Moe. CNBC had no comment on the matter, but a CNBC staffer told the Post, as New York Post, that a boycott from stock message board posters wouldn't exactly be a bad thing. They blame us for losing their money. Maybe if they don't spend all day on message boards whining, they'd learn a thing or two about investing. It says, well, you all belong in jail there on CNBC. I'll tell you that right now. I stand by what I've always said. We're pissed off and fired up. Not that it makes any difference. Is Cock and Bull still getting votes on there? No, not really. It was bogus over the weekend. They're getting buzzed. Okay, here's the fax. It's going to take me at least 6-7 hours to catch up on the faxes from last Thursday and Friday. How about You Do It Auto?
Okay.
Okay, what? Remember that?
Vaguely.
You do? No, I'm not putting that on there. Wometco Theaters. Remember Wometco Theaters? There you go.
Right.
WOMETCO. That was big here, Wometco Theaters. Has anybody already mentioned Hardee's? Now, that's interesting. Did we have Hardee's down here?
Now, there might still be one in Miami somewhere.
Based on what?
Based on there always was one.
Hardee's is good.
Hardee's is...
So I'm sure it couldn't be here anymore.
No, but there was like this lone Hardee's, kind of like the Royal Castle syndrome.
Do you know what they have that's really good? Those Schroomburgers. Did you ever have those?
Yeah. I like a lot of the stuff they have.
Yeah, I'm very serious. Hardee's is very big all over the country,
fries.
But here it seems like, I don't know what's wrong with people here. Again, maybe too much gumming the food like that last bit. Put Hardee's on there, and then if they're still here, we can cross it out. That's Hardees. Not Y. I'm telling you right now,
no
don't
more
put
Hardee's.
Why? There's what?
No more Hardee's.
They're all gone. Hardee's is gone. Oh, I can't handle this. This is depressing. It's enough to make me want to get out of town again.
Recorrected. There's a Hardee's in Kendall.
Cross it out.
We're going to check.
How about Incredible Universe? That was big.
Incredible whose?
Incredible Universe. You don't remember that?
Oh, yeah. It was big and
you
huge
better get with
gone.
it, mister. Put that down there, Incredible Universe, right after you cross out Hardee's, okay? And don't spell it with a...
Why?
Okay, look at this list. This list is going to take us till midnight next to Sukkot. Boy, you people are really out of control with this, but they love it, obviously. They like living in the past, and you know something, why not? The past in this town was sure a lot better than now.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. No comparison. Living in the past isn't good except here. Here's a call from Hollywood. Hello.
Hey, Neil, I got one for you.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll remember the home of the all-you-can-eat burger schmort, Sweden House.
That's from last Thursday, yeah.
Yeah.
And the good news is that they're still around somewhere here.
It is?
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that in 20 years.
Me either, but they're still... Well, we'll find out the location.
Okay. I used to be on Federal up by Oakland or Commercial.
Right. There was one there, but I don't think that's around. But somebody will let us know again where it's... we tried that.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Yeah, it's still around. The food's probably getting a little stale after all these years, but it's still here. Shouldn't have said that. Shouldn't have said that, George. Let's see. Here's some additional places on your list. Spelling may not be perfect. Oh, don't worry about your spelling, sir, whoever faxed this to me, because if you saw Carlos's spelling, Kretzky's, and that was one of the better ones. Then he had La Tavernetti. There were a lot of bad spelling on there. Well, nobody can be perfect, okay? Look at the computer job he's doing. The Yorkshire Inn. Gone? Yorkshire Inn. You know how to spell that? Yorkshire Inn. The Hampshire Inn. Got it? Captain's Cache, previously La Pinga, near Tropical Park Racetrack. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
We're not putting that on there. Oh, and this guy's got all the inns. The Yorkshire Inn, the Hampshire Inn, and the Devonshire Inn across from Gulfstream Park Racetrack. Yeah, you can put that down. Devonshire, you know how to spell that? D-E-V-O-N, Shire Inn. Now, Black Caesar's Forge, we took that off because we didn't know what it was. We never put it back on again. Isn't this, like, overwhelming?
A little bit.
I'm ready to pass out. Maybe it's from those 2 cupcakes, so I better go have another one.
I would like these people to want to talk to you instead of just shouting out
names. Will you just
names.
relax? You've been doing that for 100 years now.
I know.
The ones that just want to shout in your ear, you know what to do. Give them the old dial tone, okay? If you want to speak to me, give us a call, 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. If you just want to speak to George, unless you're a very hot-looking female with a great ass, then forget about it. Right?
Right.
I think I said that perfectly.
Send a picture.
Black Caesar's Forge. Got it? You know how to spell Caesar? K. El Bolero, which later became the Monk's Inn. We already got the Monk's Inn. The Hasta Mañana.
Huh?
Hasta Mañana. I bet he knows how to spell that. The Gibson Girl. Well, what is that? Oh, look at this. King Arthur's Court, Miami Springs. See, King Arthur's Court we already had on there and got no votes. And that just pisses me off. Frost my ass. King Arthur's Court was good, I think. Mike Gordon's. Remember Mike Gordon's? Yeah, put Mike Gordon's down there just for the hell of it. Airport hangouts. The Cockpit. What about that place that used to bring us food there? From,
Maydays?
Maydays, aren't they gone?
I don't know. They're,
I thought
they've
you
always
told me
been
that.
there, but they keep changing management, and they always resurface, and I don't know if the name changes. I have no idea what's going on with that place.
Oh. They had good, poppers.
Yeah, the jalapeno poppers.
Ronnie's Lounge. It's just a little gay banter there. Just relax, George. Calm down. Ronnie's Lounge.
It's not just for faggots.
I know that. Look, stop trying to explain to me what life is all about, okay? I've been
to
around
you.
a long time, and you think you know a little bit of something, which maybe a little bit you know, but believe me, trust me, you don't even see the daylight yet. The Airport Inn, you got it? He thinks because he goes to Treasure Island and sees, a couple of boobs every week. Oh, you don't have to go to Treasure Island to see a couple of boobs. In fact, when you walk in and look at the morning crew, Daphne's at the Sheraton Hotel across Lejeune Road from the airport. In fact, what was that one that says the Devonshire Inn across from Gulfstream Park Racetrack? We had a sponsor across, there have been more restaurants across from Gulfstream Park, right on Federal Highway there. Do you know what I'm talking about? Right on the other side of the road?
No.
There have been like 75,000 different restaurants over there. And they never make it. I can't imagine why.
Oi!
Just because the median age in that neighborhood is death plus 50. Boy, we got too many old people here, man. Too many old people, and I'm starting to become one of them. And I promise you, when I start getting to be old, I'm going to get on my horse and ride out of here. And I'll leave a few drop-ins for you on the way and say happy trails and have a great life, and that'll be it. Huh? Sounds like in about a little less than 4 years to me. More like 2, I think. 10. Hey, listen, just because they think they're going to keep me hanging around here for 4 more years, do you really believe I'm going to be able to put up with 4 more years of this?
No.
And with that lead-in we got now, I think 4 more weeks is highly questionable at this point. Talk about a standing start. We start in the minus column. We owe points when we start. Jesus Christ, and Joseph and Sal and Mary. God. Less than a 3 on a sports station, men 25-54 during the Dolphin season. If that comes true, if we find that out, in fact, Muff probably won't want to give us the real numbers tomorrow. He'll be too embarrassed. Of course, he's doing a lot of research on that show he's starting this weekend. It's 10 at 560 WQAM. Kick off the new year with a great gift for your back, because if you're not getting a good night's sleep every night, your back will tell you. You'll wake up every day going,
Oi!
Feeling like crap. Dial-A-Mattress is the answer to your night sleep problem or daytime sleep problem, whatever it is. Call 1-800-MATTRESS and Dial-A-Mattress will have you sleeping like a baby tonight and all year long and for years to come. That's what I do. That's what George did. Even the lovely Miguel did that. And like I said, he's getting so much action now, he can't even show up here today, and maybe because Doreen was chasing him around in honor of Gildy's birthday. Dial-A-Mattress carries the top manufacturers in the world. They got Sealy, Serta, Simmons, King Coil in every size and style. Are there any more cupcakes out there, by the way? When you call 1-800-MATTRESS, you'll speak with a bedding consultant who knows their stuff inside and out, and they'll recommend exactly the bed for you and your back and the way you like to sleep, like extra firm, extra soft, extra big, extra small. And when you order your mattress from Dial a Mattress, they got exactly the one you want in stock. No bait and switch like those bedding and department stores. And you get to choose the date and time when they deliver it to you. And believe me, they prided themselves on their 99% on-time record, which is just 1 out of 50,000 reasons why they're ranked first overall for customer satisfaction. So do like we do here at QM, the smart thing. And it's the easiest piece of shopping you'll ever do. Get an unbeatable deal on a great name brand mattress by one easy phone call. 1-800-MATTRESS, 1-800-MATTRES for the best in the universe at Dial a Mattress.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Next time on an all-new episode of Joe Millionaire.
It's not that I like money, but I really like money.
Well, I'm not just all about the money. I like a guy with money.
Wait a minute. We have to compete for a guy to get to the money?
Hi, ladies. I'm Joe. Evan. Mr. Wallace. I start again.
So what was it like when you found out you inherited all that money?
Well, it was like in that painting of the dogs playing poker? It was like that, I guess. Kinda.
Look at how tall he is.
And rich.
I like money.
You know what a guy with long pants means.
Deeper pockets for more money. Stop looking at my money.
That's my money, bitch.
Stop pulling my hair. Quit it.
Don't miss the baser side of women with an all-new Joe Millionaire.
Wow. This stuff that you just brought in for me here?
And insisted that you eat?
Well, I just went out there to look around and see what all was left, because Mo was such a sour puss.
Yo, 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 let's rate Mo. Radio Big Shot.
That's my request, buddy.
That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail of Oz.
Oh, somebody wants to hear the whole bit. They never heard the whole thing. Well, we'll do it momentarily when we get around to it.
Momentarily.
Here's one that says, Neil, don't forget about the drive-ins. There was the North Day Drive-In at Northwest 27th Avenue, 170th Street. So anyway, Hardee's, you can put it on there, okay? Because the word is that, just don't spell it with a...
Why?
It's Hardee''S. Got it? Good. Good going there. So should we do these drive-ins? Why not?
Why not?
The North Day Drive-In, Tropicana Drive-In, Biscayne 135th Street, and the Arrow Drive-In at 441 in Sterling Road. Thanks, Paul. Have a great day. Let's see, Sir Pizza. But guess what? We made a mistake. It's too late now. Oh, is Sir Pizza on the one that's on there right now? Today? See, the problem with this is that I said, what did I say? Now, you're a witness. I told Carlos on Friday. I said, split these up, and we'll do one of these today, split them like in half or even in thirds, and we'll do the other ones Monday and Tuesday. Isn't that what I said?
I don't remember that far back.
Schmuck. You spics all stick together, don't you? Birds of a feather stick together. But anyway, so he puts the whole thing, and Eric said to me, he did ask, he said, well, do you want me to divide them up? I said, no, put them all on there. The only problem being now that if you look to find one, Jesus, I got about 2/3 of the way down and then it refreshed again. It's refreshing and it is wild.
Sir Pizza is on the list.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that there's one on Key Biscayne, there's a Sir Pizza. It's on today's list? Oh, there it is right there. It's got 2 votes. And that's the amazing part of it. We put stuff on there that's still open and they're getting votes. I don't want to say we got a few putzes out there, but you know what? I think we got a few putzes in this audience. A few schmucks, a few schmeckles. There were 2 other ones that we had on there that I had to call them and have them take off of there. That are still in business. So, Sir Pizza, sorry about that, Eric, because I realize it's going to make you drop that fantastic holiday chocolate lace that you're eating right now. Anyway, this chocolate lace, a crisp, lacy, after-dinner chocolate. And what? It says crisp, lacy patterns of caramelized sugar covered with a rich, dark chocolate. Huh? It says Neil's blood sugar must be at least 800 now, you think?
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, after those 2 cupcakes. Actually, all I had done was picked up 1 more cupcake. It's kind of like Krispy Kreme donuts. You can't eat only 2. You have to have 3. But then I looked at the box and I thought, what's in the box? You know, I'm inquisitive.
Right.
And look at that. Have you ever seen anything like that before?
Never.
This is real. It's Italianish. Yeah. It's real Italianish. Well, Doreen brought it in. Thanks a lot, Doreen. You're making me sick. More so than usual.
I think that came from the basket.
You know something? I take back everything I've ever said about her. I like Doreen as of right now. In spite of Miguel bitching about her chasing him around the building. Hey, I've tried to chase him around the building too. He just moves too fast. Always said he'd do me before her. But anyway, what are you laughing about? You know it's true. He's Cuban.
That's why it's funny.
But no, seriously, I take back, because that was a very amusing line. It was a true story she told me this morning about Mo being a real prick. Even Doreen can't stand your sorry, stale, egotistical act, okay? You silly old coot. wouldn't eat the cupcake because it was brought here for Geldy's birthday and not specifically for him. Isn't that sad? Isn't that pathetic? Didn't bother me. I didn't even ask who are they for. If somebody puts food out on that table, see, in the upstairs lobby, what I guess we'd call our lobby here, whatever you'd call that, out in the hallway.
The foyer.
The foyer.
The anteroom.
The Antichrist. We got a table sitting out there between where Muff sits and between Clarence, which you notice we haven't seen Clarence in a long time. Have you seen Clarence?
Not lately.
Not lately. I think he's gone into hiding. Maybe we made him the scapegoat for all that business. But anyway, so that table sits there, and ordinarily any stuff that comes in that people, is more food than anybody else can eat, they just shove it out there. And anybody that walks by, they're entitled to it, right?
Right.
To grab a little bit.
It's usually the way it works.
So anyway,
you can hear the crispiness.
Can you hear him? Can you hear me chewing?
Caramelized sugar, huh?
Man. Blood sugar 2,000.
Oh!
Don't you? In fact, that's what I should have done, is brought my little machine in.
Yeah, so we could watch it. We could graph it.
And when it goes like that, then come and scrape me off the floor.
Should I call the ambulance now or wait till 11?
What's the big deal with this, okay? Do you think I'm going to eat like a lot of this?
Plus the 2 cupcakes?
Yeah. Well, the 2 cupcakes are already gone. They're already digesting. They're fermenting. But I'm talking about this. Look at how much is in here. There's like layers and layers of this in here. Well, look at that.
Oh, no.
And it's like lace. It's called chocolate lace because that's what it looks like. They're like in layers. And it's chocolate lace. Caramelized sugar with a rich dark chocolate coating.
You're going to die up there.
Man, is that good. What? No, I got a new diet now. I'm just going to eat a lot of crap before noon, then I won't eat the rest of the day. Until I get home, and then at the track.
Right, and on the way home.
In fact, I'm going to have dessert at the track tonight just to piss off that Rich. Here's a call from West Palm Beach. Hello.
Hi, I was wondering if you remember this restaurant called Brave Bull La Corrida.
I beg your pardon?
It was across the street from Playpen.
How do you spell that?
The Brave Bull, and then the La Corrida was upstairs, which was the gourmet. Downstairs was just
the gay gourmet?
Aged beef, but the La Corrida upstairs was like...
La Corrida?
La Corrida, and the bottom part was called Brave Bull, and it was the same owners of Sea-Watch.
I see.
I worked there in 77. And the other thing I wanted to tell you...
Well, wait a minute. You're going too fast for a dopey Carlos in here. Hello. Brave Bull, you got that? And La Corrida?
Yeah.
He's got it.
And also, the church didn't buy the stadium, a cult did, Jehovah's Witness. They bought the Sunrise Theater and also West Palm Beach Arena.
Oh!
All right, well, have a good day, Neil.
You too. Thanks for the bad news.
Thanks, bye.
See ya. Boy, the audience loves this. You know what? We even had a lady there, unsolicited. Topless car wash across from where Kaz's was. It says, if you don't believe me, ask the Mad Dog. What do you say, Mad Dog? How the hell are we going to ask the Mad Dog? Okay, he's not in here till 1. Everybody's working today, by the way. Mad Dog's at 1. Hank is at the Super Bowl out there all week long in San Diego. It's another one of his tough assignments. But he's got a short show today because of that hockey game we got this afternoon. Hey, Mad Dog, was there a topless car wash across from Kaz's?
Yes!
Okay, thank you. Says they used to have a curtain drawn around the car, and the girls, they used to hand wash the cars topless. They used to give you a hand job, topless. And what about all those bikini girls selling hot dogs? Well, that wasn't a business, okay, although a lot of people do miss that. It was their business, but it said I think they were causing a lot of accidents. Oh, this is Jumpin' Jerry again, who's out of control, okay? Give it a rest, Jumpin' Jerry. You're a maniac. K-Pop Tree, and we already have Magic Market, that's M-A-J-I-C. Are they gone?
Okay, I don't know.
So the good news is that the bad news is that Hardee's is gone. Good that we can put it on the list, because Hardee's is damn good. I don't care what anybody says. Hardee's is like light years better than Burglar King, I'll guarantee you that. Much, much better than McDonald's. Oh, man. I noticed that Rudy's has got some votes on here. Is that on today's or was that on last? I can't keep track. I don't even know where the hell I got it.
That was on the first list.
That was on the first one? Rudy's Sirloin Burgers? That was a damn good place.
Damn straight.
Then again, so was Wov's.
And I really like the fact that you could build your own burger, because who trusts these other people? They always do it wrong.
I'm looking to see where the hell Rudy's was. It had some.
There was one in Pembroke Pines, I know.
There was one right on Biscayne by like 81st Street. When we worked at IOD, when you would turn the corner there to go up toward the 95. And there it would be. I don't see it. Are you sure it was on the thing on Thursday?
Are you sure?
I know we were talking about it on Thursday.
Well, until I actually put my thumb on it here. Look at that. David's Hot Dogs had a pair. Bavarian Village, misspelled, had 2. Mr. Cody Arnold had 14. And we have some people in this audience who survived eating there. Boy, was that a schmutzy place. What am I looking for?
Rudy's.
There it is, 13 votes. See, it was lucky for us, but unlucky for them, and now they're out of business. Rudy's was damn good. I guess maybe it was like a little too pricey. Maybe it was more expensive than the other fast food joints, because Rudy's was damn good. What's wrong with you people out there? They bring you a good product here like Hardee's, and you people like spurn it. You avoid it like the plague, like the bubonic plague. Here's a call from Sunrise. Hello.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
There was 3 places that I remember.
Do you remember Rudy's?
I remember Rudy's, but I remember about Marina Bay at 8495.
Did we do Marina Bay? I think we already did that.
You did, okay.
Yeah.
And the Brickyard was a late night lounge that when everybody else closed, they went there because it had a 4 o'clock license on Commercial Boulevard.
Okay.
But the main one was where Wayne Cochran was in his prime as a rock and roll singer, was the Barn on 79th Street Causeway.
Got it? Carlos, the Barn.
Have a good day.
And you too, thanks. The Barn, Wayne Cochran. Remember Wayne Cochran?
Yes.
We sure do.
Yes!
You just bug out, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this one piece and close this up. Because if I eat too much of this, I will die before the show ends, and that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Because we don't trust having you on today. See, I could have taken today off. Today is a legal holiday, but I noticed that nobody did take it off. I started to mention Hank's on 3 to 4:30. Then we got the Shitco Panther preview from 4:30 to 5. Panthers host the Montreal Canadiens, the Frogs, with Saku Koivu and the lovely Josie Theodore. At 5 o'clock, we got the game going. Anybody going to be there? I would be there, except it's a track night. And Marty Havlet, the lovely Czechoslovakian Canadian, whatever the hell he is, Marty Havlet won't be there till Wednesday when the red-hot, best in the league Ottawa Senators come in. So we got the Panther-Canadian game at 5. Some of you Panther fans better show up there. Probably a lot of people don't realize it's a 5 o'clock start. Be there, please. We got UM against UConn on Waxy 790. That game is at 7 o'clock because we can't care. What? What are you giving a look like that? Anybody care about UM basketball?
No.
Eddie K, 9:30 till 2 in the morning on the GA show, and then we got Joe and Mark overnight. That's the schedule. Then in the morning, we're hoping that you'll lend a helping hand to our good, close personal friend, the Mo Meister, whose numbers are bad. They're bad. Don't we want to extend a hand of, not friendship, but something? Throw a number. I've been begging him for almost a year now. Throw a number in there 1 month, okay, to give us a little bit of hope.
Well, some people were trying to torpedo his show since the
I forgot about that. If he weren't sandwiched in between 2 non-sport shows.
Sandwich.
Sandwich sounds good, but I'll stick with my chocolate lace, thank you. Although a sandwich of that sounds good.
You could put a slice of that in between 2 other slices.
Or like you could take that cupcake and squash it and put it between 2 slices of that, which sounds good. 27 past 10 at 560 WQAM. Hey guys, with the new year in full swing, now's the time to act on a new high-paying career. Fast Train is holding a free career seminar this Tuesday evening, tomorrow, at its Kendall, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Pembroke Pines locations. It's a free seminar. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN to reserve your seat. That's 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. Make 2003 the year that you're in a high-paying computer job. If you're overworked, underpaid, or in a suckhole job going no place, this could be the most important 50 minutes of your life. Fast Train can have you certified and ready for your dream job in just 4 short months. Call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. You know why it says suckhole in the copy?
Why?
Todd Dreck wrote it. Fast Train's got convenient evening weekend classes for you. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN to reserve your seat for tomorrow evening. For directions to the Fast Train nearest by you, just go to fasttrain.com and you'll be on your way to a new high-paying computer career. Fast Train, South Florida's leader in computer training.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
There's a butt. I smell it.
And that's why I think the Jets will have a championship season.
The Jets?
And what did I tell you? You don't talk till I say you can talk.
This is the Beast.
I said, shut up, fatso.
But you're like a father to me.
You don't talk till I'm done talking. When I'm done talking, then you talk.
Okay, I'll...
Hey, Beast, come here.
What?
Come here. I want you to meet a friend of mine, Mr. Golf Club. Why, I ought to... I'm going to show you the business end of this thing. Come here.
This court sentences you to 20 years in Oz.
What you in for?
I tore a tag off my mattress. Looks like we'll be bunkmates. The name's Mohammed David. Star of stage screen in paradise. What's yours?
Nick owes me coffee. You got so tan.
Why, thank you. Hey, get out. What are you doing?
So powdered drill, honey.
I'm going to make you my woman. Ain't nobody going to stop it. God. You, Pinky.
All right, shower time. You got 10 minutes.
I ought to be safe in here.
Yo, Bowtie.
Yo, man.
Get a load of our new Linda Blair over there.
Ain't so pretty.
Okay.
Hey, don't embarrass me like that. Do you know who I am?
Don't come and bend over and pick it up now.
All right, but I expect a written apology on my dust
Get
punch.
that broom handle, Bowtie.
Say hello, broom hand. I'll take the throne.
Lord, I'll see you now.
Thanks.
Well, Mr. David.
Hello, Warden.
Joe, Jack Warden. How can I help you?
Well, you see, Warden.
Yes?
I keep getting raped.
Joe, isn't that a shame? I'll look into it right away.
Thanks, Warden. It's about time somebody...
Now drop your pad.
Huh?
I said drop your pad. This is Oz. Favors don't come cheap.
Yo, let's rate Mo. Radio Big Shot. That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail of Oz.
10:33 at 560 WQAM. Some of these people, man, they must have waxy buildup in their ears. What about our donuts with the topless waitresses? Didn't I just get through saying that like only seconds ago?
Seconds.
Only like milliseconds ago I smelled that. Yeah. I'm trying to run off this damn thing on here, but it's not coming out yet. The Treehouse Lounge, a rock and roll club on West Dixie Highway at the Dade Broward line. Treehouse Lounge, remember that?
No.
I don't either, but put it on there. Treehouse Lounge, you got it? Oh, this is going to take about 18 pages of facts. I'm just trying to print this thing out. I can read it. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? Today is part 2. Tomorrow will be part 3, and then I think that'll be enough of this, right?
Okay.
Until Wednesday. What? Well, I don't know. This is, they love this. In fact, here's the facts from Dr. Dave, who says, I just looked over the poll. I've been here since '83, and many on the list are a blast from the past. It's a blast, baby. Yeah, we got a blast for you. My blood sugar is 1700, by the way. The room is spinning around like a goddamn dreidel. Like I'm on a merry-go-round. See, I think that's a great diet. And what happens is then you go home and you take a nap. Your blood sugar gets up to about like 600, and then it starts precipitously going down when you eat nothing like for hours, and it goes down to like about 60.
Okay.
And then it's called hypoglycemia, and you wind up with like just the opposite. And then every time you go to get up, you faint. You know, you plop on the floor.
You get woozy.
Yeah, you pass out. And then after that, you wind up in a diabetic coma. But what a way to go. Let's see, it says there's a redundancy on the list. See what I'm saying? A sentimental favorite for me, the Round Table, is part owned by my grandfather, is on the list twice. Twice, Carlos. Ha ha, man, you effed up, baby. I can't imagine. There's only like about 4,000 names on there. How could you do that? He says there is one word, Round Table, and then correctly further down the list. Well, maybe some people had a round table, like in their living room. I don't know. Maybe that was the first one. The Round Table correctly. Now, okay, so let's see about that, Dr. David. He says at the end, glad to help and thank you for the great trip down Amnesia Lane. Yeah, this is good. And all you young punks out there that are saying, oh, well, we don't know about any of these places. Well, guess what? You might learn something here today, that this used to be a pretty damn good place. Used to be. And now if you're a young punk, what the hell are you doing here? That's your obvious question. What in God's name are you doing here?
Working.
What? You're not a young punk. You're getting older. Look at the gray hair. You got more gray hair than Aunt Your Mama. Look at that. You got more gray hair than Mo had before the last ones fell out. Before he put those nasty muskrats on there. Here we go. I told you it would take 6,000 pages, because Schmeckel in there put all of them on one day. Didn't I say we'll split these up? Didn't I say that on Friday? I know I said it.
He doesn't remember that far back.
He doesn't remember that far back because you keep giving him too many drugs. Or selling, whatever. In his case, giving. It couldn't possibly be selling with him. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? Now, this is part 2. Am I right about that? I don't know. I'm serious. After eating the 2 cupcakes in that nice long sheet of chocolate I just ate, I don't even know what building I'm in, much less what planet. How could you allow me to do that? Isn't it his fault? Yeah, see, Carlos says it's your fault. You're supposed to be in charge here. That's what Greg always says. That's why I won't give you any credit for a decent summer book. and beating the crap out of the other day parts in the summertime by a million miles. I think they ought to, have a goddamn statue to George out there in front of the building. He held up our end. Just like the big monument we're building to Brian Sears in front of Pompano Park. And Bruce Ranger ain't too happy about it, which is why I won 7 on Saturday. Nice going there, Brucey. Cock and Bull's got 46. Do you believe it? No. Sunrise Musical Theater, which we do believe is moving up fast, 42. Eastern Airlines, 38. My God! Eastern Airlines is gone, of course. I used to fly to Hawaii on Eastern all the time. All the time. And elsewhere, but I loved Eastern Airlines. It was a good airline. What happened?
It happened.
Crap happened. Bolomat. Do we know what the Bolomat is?
No.
I think that's another one of those bogus. That was going up there with a cock and bull over the weekend. All you cockamamie chronics over there on the weekend who have nothing better to do than diddle with the Neil Rogers website all weekend long. Cock and bull and Bolomat. I wonder which part of that first one they like the best. Hollywood Sportatorium 24. Uno's Pizza 22. Dollhouse 18. Area code 305 15. What was that? I remember somebody calling in about it.
Yeah, and I forgot all about it.
It was a joint. It wasn't like on a phone. It was like a joint. Penrod's 14. Gracie's Restaurant 13. Hollywood Fashion Mall. The 1800 Club, Kenny Rogers Chicken, and Crandon Park Zoo each had 12. It'll take me till 4 in the morning to read all of these because you put them all on one list, you idiot. Which is a good idea. Miami Hollywood Speedway, JJ's Diner, Summers on the Beach, the Agora Ballroom, and Duff's. Duff's! Cat 11, how do you like that, where they used to gum their food?
Duff, get off this instant.
Art Stocks, Playpen, and Quay, and our Donuts, the Naked Topless Donut Shop, and K-Pop Tree Inn had 8. Now, whatever happened? What was the final resolution with our Donuts, with the Naked Donut Shop? Did they close them up?
Yeah, they went, well, no, they just,
They went belly up?
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. La Tavernetta, which George hates like poison because they used to bring me that great food and they didn't give him squat, man. Carolyn wouldn't give him the sweat off her armpit.
Not a sprig of
Good
parsley
for you, Carolyn. Good thinking, okay? What does he know about I Tried in Food?
I know.
That was a good place.
I know, watching you
That
eat
was a
is
great
painful.
place. Yeah, and I
When you're
enjoyed
a
it.
captive audience sitting there during lunch.
Mutiny had 7. Unicorn Village, another one of my great sponsors, had 7. That'll teach them to bring me too much of that brown rice stuff. Remember that, IOD?
Oh, the wild rice.
Yeah. Candy Store 7. Who's Song and Larry 6. Firehouse 4 6. My Pie had 6. Burger Chef had 6. Or some people say Burger Chef. Don't you hate people that pronounce it like Chicago? It's not Chicago. It's Chicago, you idiots.
Jess, I hate that.
Burger Chef. Ah! Did I mention about David Horrow?
Not on the air.
Oh. I'm not really sure what his last name is. I thought that was the guy who ran a car over himself, and he was there at Pompano Park Saturday. I thought I saw the ghost of the toad back there, because I'd been told that he got run over. And there he was standing right next to Dick Feinberg. I said, "Oh my God, it's the toad is back. The toad." Good golly, Miss Molly. One thing about those racetrack people, man, you can't keep them away. Even after they die, they come back. Do you know that? Maybe we'll see Ernie from Calder will be coming back. I loved Ernie. Anybody out there remember Ernie? I bet we have some. You talk about racetrack characters. He was even better than Lester Greenshirt. Remember Lester? And his diner? Now, what were you saying the other day about Lester's diner? You were knocking him in the ass about you were going to give him one more chance?
Yeah, we went there one time, and it was atrocious. From the smell
Oh, my God.
of the joint
Really?
to the taste and texture of the food.
Oh!
It was an abortion.
Now, I'm trying to think, which one is Lester's?
It's
You know where else there was a very famous diner? Biscayne and 78th around in there. What the hell was the name of that one? Like right south from where the Playboy
Right,
Club on the one
I know
side
what
and the
you're talking
Pussycat
about.
on the other side. What?
I know where you're talking about, but I have no
The
knowledge
Biscayne
about the
Diner, I
area.
think. Wow, how revolutionary. You think that's still there?
No.
You know?
Can't be.
No. How come that's not on the list? Maybe it was. I don't know. We've only got like 45 pages of the ones from the pool today. I can't imagine why people can't figure it out. And we probably have like 6,000 of them here that don't even have a vote yet. Like Kresge's, which still ain't spelled right. God damn it, Eric. I thought it was Carlos was the dumb one. You're both idiots. He's got Kresge with a K. It's not Wayne Kresge, okay? K-R-S-E-S. How do you spell Kresge's? With a G, not with a second K. Kresge's 5 and dime. Well, I'll tell you, when you deal with Goya, man.
We're Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Thorough tool. God.
New from the makers of Molestra. It's a fad substitute designed for sex offenders. Introducing Molestra. Molestra works on a molecular level to induce gut-wrenching diarrhea whenever they have the urge to act on their sick fantasies.
Hey, mister, would you like to buy a raffle ticket so my scout troop can go camping this summer?
Well, don't you look so handsome in your uniform? Why don't you come inside while I get my wallet? Would you like to, see my cat?
But, mister, it's...
Oh, sorry. I can't help you. I gotta
go. Sorry, kitty. Molestra, the latest weapon in the battle against pedophiles and other assorted sexual deviants.
It's 13 before 11 at 560 WQAM. We got the Mad Dog at 1. Hank briefly from San Diego, where the Bucs will take on the Raiders next Sunday in the Super Bowl. Hank's going to be out there all week long doing a show, an abbreviated Hank Goldberg show, because we got the hockey game today.
Oh!
Anybody interested? Here's the... Now, where the hell did Carlos go? He's supposed... And what are you eating now? A bagel?
With cream cheese.
What is wrong with us here today? Because that food pusher, that damn food pusher brought all the food in this morning. Man, what is wrong with her? Doreen the Queen. Shoveling all that food in honor of Geldy's birthday. He don't even speak to us. And you know something? If I was him, I wouldn't put my head in here either. Little backstabbing twerp.
So George Corso called.
With a squeaky voice. George Corso said what?
He called and sent Carlos on a mission in the control room and,
To do what?
I don't know.
Having to do with this show? I have my doubts about that.
Probably not.
Oh! What was the mission you were just on? What did George Corso have you doing there? No, I want to hear about it now.
No, we can't.
We can't what?
It's a big secret.
What does that mean, it's a big secret?
It's a big secret.
What did you just do? What did you just leave for?
I can't tell you.
Get out of here!
I'll tell you during the break.
Okay, during the
Off
break.
the air.
Okay. Anyway, you ready? You got your pen again? I don't care what you're doing in there. I just want to make sure you write these down so we don't have another major poll fart like we had over the weekend. Your audience is so damn confused out there. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? This is bigger than goddamn Mary Tyler Moore, the $6 million man, and OJ. That's how big this whole deal is. Everybody in town is talking about this.
So how do you spell Kresge's?
Kresge's, Kresge's, not with 2 K's, okay? If he puts one more K in there, they're going to be knocking on his door pretty soon, and especially on this day, okay? Don't be putting too many K's in there, you idiot, especially up there in Orlando.
Okay.
Okay? Just this one time I'll let you ask me about my business, okay? Cock and Bull Restaurant's got 50. Now, do you think that's possibly for real?
I have no idea.
Israel? Oh, and by the way, the guy keeps faxing me about Israel and the Arabs. Get out, get lost. Go do your own show. Read this. Talk about this. No. We're having a good time here. I'm not going to get bogged down and sidetracked with a bunch of crap that everybody already knows there's nothing we can do about. The Jews and the Arabs and the Arabs and the Jews. Oh, and guess who else stole material from me? Dave Hyde. Where is that? Talk about Jimmy and Danny and Danny and Jimmy. Who are you sports writers and other phonies in this town kidding, huh? Where the hell's that sports sector? Yeah, avoid the rush, get the hype early, writes Dave Hyde. He says, well, let's see what we have here. We have John against Al, and Al against John, John and Al and John, John, Al, John. Where do you think he got that from, huh? Oh, my God, Dave Hyde, shame on you, shame on you. And they never give any credit to us, to this station. I even forget about me. Even to this radio station for stealing our crap, you know it?
Jimmy and Danny, Jimmy and Danny.
Yeah, right. Man, what a bunch of and guess who's got another column about the network TV shows from Hollywood? Tom Jicka. Who's totally out of touch with anything that's going on here. El Torito Mexican Restaurant and Cantina. Did we put that on there yet? El Torito? With a T? And don't put Doritos on there, okay? El Torito. Bogey's Barn at the Palmetto Golf Course. Remember Bogey's Barn? Me neither. B-O-G-E-Y. You know, bogey as in don't bogey that joint, my friend. Which I still say that the young punks out there would know Humphrey Bogart from Uranus. Which you think that that's such a popular song. Remember we did the poll on the bits? How could we forget?
Right.
And that did very, very poorly, and you were very surprised. Don't Bogart that joint. You think that's big because it's a pot song. You think that every pot song is going to be big. But the problem is, Humphrey Bogart died, what, about 100 years ago?
Nevertheless.
Nevertheless what?
His name lives on. That term lives on.
No, it does not.
Trust me.
Maybe in your house, maybe with your
my
drug-induced crowd.
How's your drug-induced crowd?
In Amsterdam and Toronto and Crown Rocking Lounge in Kendall Lakes, it says here. Crown Rocking Lounge? Put it down, okay? Let's have 50,000 names on these polls, all right? Get this audience so screwed around they won't have time to leave the house. You can't get into too much trouble that way. Studebakers. Oh, now that was in the Town and Country Mall. Wasn't Studebakers like that oldies, right? Like an American Graffiti kind of place? Yeah.
Okay.
Only they got it definitely spelled wrong here. Studekers, Studebakers. You got it already? How, I just read it. How can you have it there already? He's making this up. What did you tell him in the hallway? Zips Sporting Goods, not to be confused with Zipsy's Ice Cream. No, don't put down Zips Sporting Goods. We can't put down every business that's ever gone down a bit. See, let me read the poll again. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? How can you have a list of, that's like saying, what are the 50 best Italian restaurants in town? You know? Here's one of the top 6,000 restaurants in South Florida. Lum's. And from what I'm hearing, it's not anymore. Don't go to the one over, well, Tropicare Flea Market, Bird Road and the Palmetto Expressway. You got Tropicare Flea Market. Charcoal Steakhouse. Did we already do charcoals? Because if we didn't, I can't imagine why. Did we do it?
Check. He's going to write it down in the
write it down, because Kendall and Miami Lakes Charcoals was very good. The Organ Grinder. Come and grind your organ at the Organ Grinder. What it is, I don't know. I guess you think maybe like a sub place. They don't call them grinders here like they do in New England.
No.
Grinders, hoagies. Oh, God. Let's see. You left out the following former business. Yeah, I left a lot of them out, okay, Don? Just relax, Don. You left these out. Like we're going to get them all? There's probably, let's see, Tyler's Restaurant in Coral Gables. Got that, Tyler's Restaurant? Got it?
Got it.
Probably Stevie's place, Stevie Tyler. And what were you saying about him on Friday, that he was ugly? Merry-Go-Round in Coral Gables. Merry-Go-Round? That's M-E-R-R-Y. Well, he's likely to put M-A-R-Y. Wholesome's Restaurant? We know about the Wholesome Bakery, but Wholesome Restaurant?
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Yorkshire Inn on Bird Road. I think we did that. And we did that. Did that, Don. You're wrong, Don. Hey, Don. Varsity Inn in Coral Gables. The barn we just did. And we just put the barn on there on 79th Street. We just put it on there, Don. Varsity Inn. How about Varsity Drive in East Lansing, Michigan? With that little old lady that used to answer the phone. Varsity Drive-In. Huh? I've talked about that.
Yes.
They used to deliver to the dorms. Pizza and footlongs and pizzas and cherry cokes. Real cherry cokes. Mmm. How come I want cherry cokes? Well, that'll be a good way to wash down that chocolate I had this morning on the cupcakes, huh? The nice, real, the real sweet cherry coke where the cherry syrup is like still swirling and, you know what I'm talking about?
God, yeah.
Yeah. Where it's so sickeningly sweet that you could just about go to a diabetic coma just from the first sip. Oh,
no, thanks.
I think I'm starting to get my brain back. It's swimming a little bit. I should have brought my thing in this morning. Measured my blood sugar right on the air. Oh, it's 900. To Sir With Love on 79th Street. Did we get that? To Sir With Love. I heard it was a Lulu of a place. Bill and Ted's U of M. Bill and Ted's? I heard it was excellent. But a real adventure.
They could be making these things up when I have no idea.
I don't either, so let's put them down, okay? And if they get a few votes. Look, worst comes to worst, they can get no votes. There's a lot of damn good places today so far. If you could see how many places have no votes, you'd crap. Nick and Arthur's, no votes. Toby's Cafeteria, no votes. Kresge's, no votes. If we spelled it right, I might get. Rocky Graziani's has no votes. You know something? I'm ready to have a revolution over that. I'm so pissed off. That was a good place.
Okay.
I take my word for it. It's been long gone. 135th and Biscayne Boulevard. And then I think it became the Sea Shanty or some place like that. Rocky Graziani's was excellent. Ate there many, many a time. But you punks out there, what do you know, okay? What the hell do they know? Santa Croce Restaurant in Coral Gables. Santa Croce? How about Jim Croce? Got it down? Santa Croce? C-R-O-C-E? As in crotch? Morty's in North Miami. Morty's. Netlow's Bar in South Miami. Okay, there you go, Don. And Carlos is writing down whatever he feels like.
How are you spelling Netlow's? Are we putting that on there?
N-E-T-L-O-W'-S. Netlow's. Get it right. Whew. It's just barely 11 o'clock already, and I'm ready to pass out from this.
I could use a nap.
You could use a nap. How about me now?
Well, you could use a spoon.
I could use like one of those gigantic pillows. One of those life-size pillows, just to pass out on in the corner here for a couple of hours till I get my blood sugar down under 700 or 800.
Do you drool a lot when you're in a diabetic coma?
I'm not drooling, okay? Oh yeah, I am drooling. Look at that. Here's Sunrise. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there's Sneaky Pete's. Used to be across from Gulfstream.
I think we did that. Didn't we do that? Sneaky Pete's? Yeah, we done it.
How about Villa DiGiorgio's?
Am I right about across from Gulfstream? That place has been about 10,000 different joints?
It has been. It has been all kinds of restaurants.
Yeah.
And Lady Butterfly Chinese Restaurant.
Sir, you hit the jackpot. Lady Butterfly was sensational.
Jackie Gleason used to come in here about once a month with his entourage and a couple other people.
That was one of my favorite restaurants in the history of this town. Thank you so much.
All righty.
Have a great day.
Talk to you later.
Got it, Lady Butterfly? Oh, did you ever eat there? I don't know when the hell that place disappeared.
No, where at?
Lady Butterfly was like in South Dade somewhere. I don't know. Oh, man, was that good or was that good? If it was good enough for Jackie Gleason and old fat Neil, it must have been pretty damn good. Man, was that good. Haven't heard that name in a long, long time, okay? Since before Yoshiki was a baby. Pompano Park is open for live harness racing tonight and 4 nights a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. Brian Sears is on fire. Bruce Ranger, though, is trying to catch up because Brucey's ego is getting a little wounded there. First post time, 7:15 p.m. Free general parking, free clubhouse, and grandstand admission every afternoon and evening. And, of course, if it's Monday like tonight, there must be some Monday madness going on, and there is. Every Monday like tonight, Pompano offers 2 for $25 full-course dinner specials at their lavish top-of-the-park restaurant on the 6th floor. Dinner includes salad, choice of entree specials, potato, veggie, dessert, and iced tea. And tonight, Monday, January 20, is Martin Luther King night. There'll be a special race in his honor featuring only African-American drivers. Plus, there'll be a special memorial race honoring former Pompano Park driving champion Lou Williams, who was the greatest black trainer driver in the sport of harness racing. Lou Williams, he was sensational. Remember Lou Williams, George?
Oh,
with those blue silks, he was great. Why not come out for an evening of great horse racing action, root home a winner from the rail, treat yourself to a private box seat on the 4th floor, or enjoy a Ben & Jerry's hot fudge sundae, or 4 or 5 of them, or a slice of Rostello's pizza. And every Wednesday at Pompano Park is $1 night. You can get yourself a draft beer, hot dog soda, large pretzel or popcorn for just $1 apiece. There's also a great all-you-can-eat buffet on the 4th floor Players Lounge for just $10.95 per person every racing night. Pompano Park, as always, offers complete full-card simulcasting every day, 7 days a week, starting at noon, featuring highlight harness thoroughbred racing action from all over North America, including Woodbine and Mohawk up there with the best drivers in the world like Randy Waples, Chris Christoforou, Tony Kerwood, Mike Saptic, and all the others. Pompano Park on Powerline Road, a block south of Atlantic Boulevard. Don't forget, live racing, 7:15 p.m. tonight.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560, QAM.
Fudge packing?
Mr. Blunderbuss?
Yes!
If you're not busy, I'd like to talk to you about a raise.
Get out of my office, you repugnant pea-brain!
Yes, sir, right away.
Are you a chicken, a milquetoast, a gutless wimp? Get a bold new image with Mean Cuisine dinners from Slaughterhouse Kitchens.
What's for dinner, Alice?
New Mean Cuisine's chicken with guts and barbed wire pie for dessert. That ought to put some hair on your sorry chest.
Yes, dear.
Try all our Mean Cuisine favorites, blackened bluefish, crushed goat bladder, and new Cajun cojones stew. Just listen to this former wimp and satisfied customer.
Been chowing down at that Mean Cuisine. Love that battered turkey with mountain oysters. It's good. Now I got the stones to kick Clinton's miserable butt.
And try our new creamed, squashed, and tortured clams. Mean Cuisine.
Okay, I'm just taking one of these crank faxes off here. If you find it so boring, go get a life, okay? Go play Parcheesi with yourself. Parhams is spelled wrong on your list, says Doris Parham from Parham's Restaurant. And I'm looking on there, Parham's has 1 vote. I can't imagine who voted, Doris. Anyway,
maybe we spelled it right.
We have Phar something. Here we go. Here comes the lunatic again on a rampage. You got Eric got it spelled wrong. Parham. Okay, he's got PH. You did it, Carlos. Larry's All-American Restaurant was in Homestead on US 1, voted Best Diner in New Times 1998. Larry's All-American Restaurant. Got it? Good. 5670560 pound 5. Just relax, okay? Just at ease. I'm just stopping the thing over there. Burger Giant on Broward Boulevard. Burger Giant, remember that?
No.
I don't either. But you can write them down. Write down whatever you feel like it. Dewey's all-you-can-eat catfish. Car Circus?
Wait.
What?
I know Dewey's.
Yeah.
They were all right.
Well, congratulations. Like Jennifer says, get a life. Car Circus. Cypress Plaza in Pompano. What is Cypress Plaza? What is that?
Don't know.
Brothers 3. Oh, now wait a minute. What was the pizza joint on 441 like in Lauderhill? Brothers, sisters.
Yeah, there was a Brothers.
Brothers 2? Was that what the name of it was? Somebody will let us know. That's long gone. That was an excellent place. You know where I'm talking about?
I know where you're talking about.
441 between like Broward and Sunrise. Brothers 2 or something like that. That was a damn good place. Kings?
Kings what?
Queens? Spaghetti Factory. Now wasn't it the old Spaghetti Factory?
Don't know.
See, if you people are going to send us these lists because there's only 7,260,000 businesses here, at least try to get the names right, okay? Or Doris is going to be pretty pissed off and fired up since she voted for her own place. Thank you, Doris. Crackers in Miami Lakes. And that's about what I'm going now. Here's a call from West Palm Beach. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? I have no restaurants for you. What I got is some information I just heard on another radio station by Zeta Castronova.
Yeah.
He just said this. It amazed me he said this. But he was talking about your ratings last week, how you were going over the QAM ratings.
Yeah.
And how the shows had low ratings. Well, he said that, first of all, people should know when it's past their time and when they should get off the air.
Yeah.
And he specifically said your name.
Yeah.
And then
how
said,
come we had higher numbers than he had?
Check this out. This
Yeah.
is what blew me away.
Yeah.
Then he said, and make sure you don't call him. He's not your pimp. I couldn't believe it.
Well, what does that mean?
I guess he's referring to if the station was to go under and you were looking for a job, don't call him. There's no talent.
Oh, that's what this is. This is supposed to be his payback for my sin. Well, you know something? That's what happens to you, Paul, when you keep sucking around here looking for a job.
There's no talent. I can't believe
Well,
he
don't
said
do it
that.
again. Don't listen to that crap again, okay? Now I understand. In the beginning, I didn't understand what he was talking about.
Yeah, he's turning it around.
Now he's trying to turn it around. Listen, let me tell you again, okay? I don't make stories up like some people I know who claim that they ran into me at the Sawgrass Mills Mall in a moment of maybe too much jungle juice or something, too many acid trips. But the fact of the matter is that here's a guy that was calling Petey Lenny desperate, hovering over poor Mo there in the morning, hovering over him like a vulture because maybe his contract at Cheap Channel may be expiring soon or something like that, or already has. Trying to get the morning show over here, which is I don't know how many times, at least twice, and I think probably more than that he's been sucking around to come over here. We don't want you on WQAM, okay, Paul, under any circumstances. That's been made very perfectly clear to me by people in much higher positions of authority than yours truly. So you can you try to turn it around all you want. In addition to which, if we're so over the hill, how come we're the only number one show on this station, and our number is so much damn bigger than yours, huh? Mine's bigger than yours, Paul, okay, and the ratings too. Loser. In addition to which, how come we're not using his material, and it's the other way around, and he's even this summer stealing material from George?
Yes.
How do you like that? Talk about reaching an all-time low. I heard he was spent about half of the summer talking about Dwight Lauderdale's ass. He couldn't even get it right. Couldn't even get it eating ass. Get it right if you're going to steal it, schmuck. Brother. In addition to which, that's right, he probably would like me to retire, then he can try to go for middays over here too. He'd like us all to retire. Maybe then, out of desperation, they might put him on here. I still doubt it. We'd put Ron Hershey Highway back on here before we put him on his station.
Wow.
At least that show had a number there a year ago this time. Had a big number. Just out of comedy relief, I guess. There was Carolyn and Gildy and Ron Hershey Highway, and anybody else who was running up and down the hall they could get in there.
Don't forget the star of the show.
Defoe? No, I'm talking about after Defoe. Don't be picking on Defoe, okay? Now, don't be picking on poor Defoe. He'll throw that ankle bracelet right at you if you don't watch it.
I heard you saw him at the hockey game.
He was over there somewhere. Tropical roller rinks. Paul Castronova. Oh, my God. It's enough to make you weak at the knees.
Hey, he's not your pimp.
What does that mean?
Remember, because you were saying, hey, I'm not your pimp.
Yeah.
You were responding to Pete's thing, so now he's saying that about you.
I see.
You get it?
Well, what the hell do I have to do with him? I'm not looking for a job over there. Although I will say this, when I was on in Zeta in the morning, Mr. Hotshot, I sure had a lot bigger numbers than you got. Much bigger. Gigantic. Number one in demographics that haven't been invented yet. Like miniature Chinese people were number one. That's right.
Is there any other kind?
No. Ukrainian midgets, we were number one. Oh, but he talks a big game. And again, it's all because you keep talking about him all the time. Paul and young Ron. Every time I turn around, you're always saying, what's wrong with young Ron? Let's see, Rochester's Hot Dogs is closed over on McNabb, George. There's the bad news. Isn't it?
Oh, that place. I guess I can throw those menus out.
That's bad, man. Why are you dancing on their grave? They were so nice to us, even when we didn't want them to be. Even when we didn't want them to be. Remember that day that Wayne Arnold showed up with all the White Hots, and then somebody comes in here, oh, there's a whole bunch of White Hots and stuff from, that'll teach them, I guess. I bet you there's 50 million businesses on this list. Thanks very much, by the way, sir, for that spy report. Because I'll tell you one thing, if there's anybody I'd rather have Deion Sanders be my pimp. At least he's got money. And the suits and the yellow Cadillacs to go along with it, I'll guarantee you that. Paul and young Ron. Cadillac. Oh, good God. 10 minutes after 11 at 560 WQAM. Holidays are over, the new year is here, and time to lose some weight. Don't follow my example of sitting and shoveling chocolate and brownies and stuff down your throat. What was the other one? Oh, cupcakes. Get off your lazy ass and call up Balance for Life and start losing weight the real way. And we're going to save the beast life. This is our one last try. You do understand that, don't you? This is it for him? This is your last reprieve, okay? I'm not going to be your diet pimp anymore, okay, beast man? This is the end of that. We got the black sack coming back again, and if you're one of those fat people out there, which there are millions and millions, most of us, fat, disgusting, and not just look real bad and roly-poly like a big slob, but also very bad for your health. Balance for Life answers all your problems because even the dumbest of the dumb don't have to worry about counting calories or counting carbohydrates or any of the other stuff because there's no cooking, no shopping, no cleaning, no worries, no counting, just great results. In your little black sack every day, there's plenty of food to keep you full all day long, and it's all fresh and delicious, great stuff. 3 gourmet meals, 2 delicious snacks delivered right to your doorstep at work, at home, wherever you want by 6 a.m. every day. How can you beat it? It's all based on the principles of the Zone Diet by Dr. Barry Sears, which is a very complex and difficult diet to follow, but that's the best part of it is because you don't have to follow anything. They do all the work for you. And they cook up fantastic, fresh, delicious meals. They let you choose between 2 choices for each meal every day that you're on the program. So do like the Beast. Now, the Beast lost about 60 pounds. He gained back 15 when he went off the sack, and now we got him back on the sack. So the choice is his. He can either follow the program or he can be a sack for the rest of his life. A big, fat, ugly, unhealthy sack. Call today and check out Balance for Life because this could be the answer to you and your fat problems. Call 954-568-3229. That's 954-568-3229 or visit their website if you like at balanceforlife.com.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Eat that gator meat.
I'm Martha Stewart, and this is Martha Stewart Living. It is important for all of us not to take for granted our U.S. citizenship. Today, I'd like to suggest to you some of my tips for becoming an active, involved citizen. When you want something from a government official, it is considered customary to bribe local officials with $500, state officials with $1,000 to $10,000, and federal officials with $50,000 and above. If you live in Vermont, you may want to think about not writing in the names Ben and Jerry on election ballots. It's been done a million times and is not really funny. A good way to learn about your local community's zoning laws is to open a sex shop on your front lawn. This has been your Minute with Martha. Join me every day for tips on how to improve your home and surroundings on Martha Stewart Living. We'll see you soon.
We hope not. 11:16 at 560 WQAM. Casey says, can people with AOL vote on the poll yet? I doubt it.
Sure, 1 per neighborhood.
Yeah, 1 per neighborhood. So in other words, what's going to happen if you live in an AOL area where you can't get on because everybody else in your neighborhood is on? Just move.
Or get a real web service.
Here's Casey says, can people with AOL vote? And if not, I want to cast for the umbrella. Umbrella. And where the hell did he go again now?
He had an emergency.
He had an emergency like that kind? What is wrong with the two of you this morning? Man, it's not even 11:30 and between the two of you, you've crapped more than some neighborhoods in town.
He has to troubleshoot a client's computer. He was supposed to be leaving, but he's going to stay and take care of it over the phone. I got it. I got the thing as long as you talk slow.
Umbrella with a Y? Y-U-M? Yeah, but you write so goddamn slow. It's going to be noon before we get done here. I also miss Tropicare Drive-In and Swap Meet that used to be located at Bird Road and Palmetto Expressway, says Casey. Thanks, Casey.
We got it.
You got it?
That was earlier.
Good. Here's another one, a list of 600 different ones. Tropical roller rinks.
I think we got that already.
Old Plantation Barbecue.
Never
Don't
heard
have
of it.
that. Well, I don't. This isn't a question of whether George heard of it or not. Get it down, okay? You're just making an excuse. You don't have to write it down while he's doing his emergency business. Yogi Bear's Honey Fried Chicken. Barnaby's Pizza cut in squares. Remember Barnaby's Pizza?
No.
Neither do I. Polly Davis Cafeteria. I remember that. Where the hell was that? Was that on Biscayne at about 150-something? Polly Davis Cafeteria, 100 and something. There was nobody allowed to eat there under the age of 400. Folly's International Strip Club. You ought to know that. Big Fanny Annie used to do her thing there. Folly's International Strip Club. Got it?
Yep.
The Treasury Department Store. Did we do the Treasury already? See, you aren't going to know, but he'll know because he wrote these down.
Right. I'm not going to know.
JB, well, when he gets back, he can critique it. J.B. Hunter Department Store, never heard of it. Palm Spring Lane's Bowling Alley, Dipper Dan, the Sport Rooms, and Putt Putt. Oh, God. It's enough to make you just want to pass out.
Hey, today would be a good day to unplug that fax machine. I
Yeah,
guess.
sure. How about Andytown, it says?
How about it?
Andytown was a place. Where the hell was Andytown? Remember that?
No.
Tootie's Italian Restaurant on Lejeune and US 1. Tootie's.
T-U-D-I?
T-U-T-T-I apostrophe S. They got it definitely spelled wrong here, okay? Tutti, like everything, everyone, all of it, all this crap. 5670560. How's the one from, now see, this is definitely bogus, and they just won't stop. They won't stop potchking around with our poll. There isn't a Chinaman's chance in hell that the cock and bull is legitimately number one. I think it's gonna get zapped. If you ask me, I could be wrong. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? Cock and Bull 57, of which about 40 at least are bogus. Sunrise Musical Theater 47, Eastern Airlines 44, Bolomat 43, which is also very dubious. Hollywood Sportatorium 28, Uno's Pizza 25, The Dollhouse 20, Penrod's 19, Area Code 305 and Crandon Park Zoo 15 apiece, Gracie's Restaurant 14, etc. Even Duff says 15. What's wrong with a place where they have you a nice little glass, you put your teeth in there, and if you order like more than $3 worth of food, they give you like a little Polident to put in there? Huh?
Polident cocktail.
What a place that was. Everything was mushy. Everything in the whole goddamn place was like mush. Here's a call from Orlando. Hello.
Oh, that place was horrible. Duff.
It was.
Oh, God. Hey, Neil, I can't believe somebody hasn't mentioned unless they haven't been down there. I'm 10 years younger than you, but I remember a lot. How about Chi-Chi's? Were they down there?
Chi-Chi's?
Yeah, they were Mexican, like Don Pablo's, a nationwide thing.
Beats me.
I know they were in Tampa, and they were here. I assume they
In
were
Orlando?
there,
Yeah, but don't assume anything, okay? We still don't have Crystal here yet either.
Oh. Well, we used to have Royal Castle. You still have one of those. I miss them.
I bet you got Hardee's up there.
We sure do.
Well, we sure don't.
And Uno, too.
Yeah, we haven't got crap.
But I remember J.M. Fields from last week when some guy called. Did they have Miller's department store down there?
No.
No. That was back in the 60s. That was like... Oh,
you just inspired me. You gave me a great idea. Next week what we'll do is we'll do names of stores from all around the rest of the country that never were here, but we wish that they were.
We're talking about Kresge. You know what they later became, right?
Kmart.
Yes, sir. How about Woolworth?
Beats me.
How about Woolco? Remember Woolco?
No.
Well, they were a department store, too. And Southeast Bank.
Southeast Bank is gone?
Yeah, they became First Union, remember?
Well, everything became something else. Okay, thanks a lot. You're killing me. Let's see, how about these airlines? Air Florida. Oh, Air Florida, we sure don't miss them, do we?
Don't remember them. Were they like that crazy clown?
No, what was the one that was the crazy clown? It crashed in the Everglades? What was that? Oh, Value Jet. Yeah, but they became something else. Air Florida,
Bankrupt.
People Express, and National Airlines. Well, National Airlines went chapter something, but they're not completely gone yet. Okay, now here's the one, I wasn't even close. Aren't you always embarrassed when you come out, you think you have the name for something and you're not even close?
No, not really.
Didn't I say brother something in Plantation? That 3 guys from Italy. It was just put down 3 guys. 3 guys pizza. That was on, well, it says Plantation. I guess that's like between Plantation and Lauderhill. There was one at, like, at least if it's the one I'm thinking about, between 441 Broward and Sunrise. Then it says here, University Drive and back at McDonald's near the Whole Food Markets. That's a different one. Oh, God. Everybody's out of business. How the hell are we still here, you know what? And like Castronova says, it's time to say bye-bye. I didn't know he was leaving. What's his last show? I might tune in. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T and Verizon wireless line. See, that's a pretty lame comeback, Paul, which we'd expect from you. Why don't you fess up? Why don't you admit, even though it'd be bad for business and for your future career and paychecks, to admit that you were sucking around heavy duty for a job over here? And then you put that little torpedo Lenny up to being your pimp, coming to me, call me in Toronto. Oh, gee, what do you think about it? I don't play that game, okay? No matter how unctuous certain other people may be around here, no matter what their names are, I don't play that game. We do 10 or 9, whatever it is now, 9 to 1. That's it. Period. Trying to get me, pulling a Joey Reynolds there, trying to get me to go to management here. Oh, gee, wouldn't it be great to have Castronova on in the morning? How the hell does he fit on this radio station? How does he fit in here?
With a shoehorn.
Who the hell are you kidding, huh? With that stale act of yours. Even young Ron's getting pretty disgusted with it. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a couple for you.
Go ahead.
Dan Dowd.
Had it. Been there, done that.
How about Pizio's?
What is it?
Pizio's.
That one, too. Thank you. There's a couple that we had on the list. Is he like gone now? Did he just leave?
He'll be back. He's on the phone.
He's on the phone with whom?
A client. You don't think he actually pays rent with the money he makes here part-time, do you? He had an appointment today. He's bailing out of it. That's what he's doing, so that he can stay and finish this. He didn't think we were going to be doing this today. Don't ask me why.
What do you mean by that?
He didn't think we were going to be doing this.
So in other words, he's going to be here when he feels like it, kind of?
No, this is a holiday, and he didn't think we were going to be doing this thing.
Well, what? Oh, my God. Remember Pudgy's Fried Chicken next to Publix on Cleary over there? Pudgy's. No, but put that down, I guess. P-U-D-G-Y-S. Pudgy's Fried Chicken next to Publix on Nub Hill and Cleary. Says the best. Well, Larry's ice cream over there was very good, too. It wasn't the best, but it was damn good. I think White Mountain Creamery had a vote on here last time I checked, which was White Mountain Ice Cream we have it listed as, because nobody remembered the name. And that's pretty embarrassing that it only had one vote. Yeah, no, it's got 2 now, White Mountain Ice Cream. For the life of me, I just can't figure it out. Maybe I've tried, been through that, I'm not going to do it again. Why waste the time? Why it is that ice cream places, of all the places in the world, I could understand in Alaska, I could understand the North Pole, I could understand like in Maine, in northern Minnesota, why ice cream joints have a hard time staying in business because it's 100 below zero most of the year in those joints. But down here where it's like most of the year, about 80% of the year, it's 100 degrees plus, the humidity is enough to make you pass out, and ice cream places here drop like flies. Why the hell do you think that is? You think it's because more and more people are like buying Ben & Jerry's? You think that could be it? China in Pembroke Pines, China in the Pines. Never heard of it. Rowdy's and Betty's. Blue Sky. I never heard of any of these. Okay. If nobody ever heard of them, forget about it. How'd your deal come out? How'd your drug deal come out there, Carlos? Oh, look at that. He's already got some there. Now, how do we do with Mike Gordon's? Already had that. And when I look on here and I see some of the ones that have no votes, and I realize Carlos screwed up, and Eric, and me, by putting all of these in one list, but my God.
What a list.
To see the ones that have no votes, like, I don't see any that have no votes. That's a big deal. Now, wait a minute. John's Ice Cream, wasn't that the one that was J-A-H-N-S? I've had several people say that, and I told him how to spell that. Now he's got a J-O-H-N-S. Come on, Eric, will you get with it and put the damn hot fudge sundae? I hate it when he gets his hot fudge all over the damn computer and a goddamn keyboard like that. You can almost smell it. J-A-H-N-S ice cream, John's, or is that something different? I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, of all the polls we've ever done, I think these could be the most ambitious and most obnoxious. The round table has no votes. The toast still has no votes. Would somebody please vote for the toast? Please. It'll make me feel so much better. I realize that's quite some time ago, okay? And a lot of us old farts remember those good old days. They had great food, man. They had great onion soup. Of all these restaurants, I keep thinking back to that great onion soup, with the real, just melted oozing cheese.
That's good.
That's one of the best things at Burn's Steakhouse, too. Rest in peace. The onion soup with the oozing melted cheese. 27 past 11 at 560 WQAM. Hey, let me tell you right now about Delights. For you people who are getting sick and tired of us talking about all this food and you're getting hungry and you still want to lose the weight. Here's a store where besides just the usual meat and cheese and meat, you can get some different things for your Atkins and low-carb diets. Because the entire store is dedicated to you. They've got over 600 delicious low-carb food products to put a little novelty in your weight-losing efforts. This week, try their new Enchantment low-carb cookies. They come in 6 delicious flavors, and there are only 1 to 2 carbs per cookie. You'll be in snack heaven. P.D. Lenny, by the way, says that Paul Castronova's an asshole. So whether it's Carmelite ice cream, breads, chips, muffins, cheesecakes, pasta, and sauces, Delights of West Boca is the place you're going to love shopping, and you can sample before you buy. They have a staff that knows their crap inside and out. They're open every day, 7 days a week, 10 to 10, and they carry the most complete line of Atkins brand products that are always 25% off all day, every day. By now you've heard the reports, read the studies that show that Atkins really works for a lot of people. So head for the #1 low-carb sugar-free store in the world, Delights of West Boca. You'll find them on the northeast corner of Glades and 441, right next to Boston Market. Or call them toll-free, 1-877-LOW-CARB, or on the web, lowcarb.com. Don't forget, this is an entire store devoted to you and your weight loss needs. Delights of West Boca, your official Atkins retail center.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Get and stick it. What's the matter, pal? Prozac not working? Lithium just doesn't seem to do it for you anymore? Are you unable to cope? Then you need to talk to your doctor about new Fug It All. In-laws coming for the holidays? Fug It All. Boss riding you again? Fug It All. Wife being a pain in the ass? Fug It All. Fug It All has been prescribed in Europe for years, and thanks to a loophole in FDA regulations, is now available in the good old US of A. Patients using Fug It All should be aware of the following side effects: oily discharge, spontaneous hair loss, genital shrinking, hysterical blindness, kidney stones, unsightly nail fungus, rectal bleeding, and worms. So, when the pressures of everyday life get you down,
I need this on my desk by 7 o'clock.
The test came back positive.
I'm pregnant.
just reach for that little blue bottle and say, Fug It All.
Well, it sure warms my heart to watch the way that George is teaching Carlos the ropes in here. Just showed him how to put that new ink cartridge in the ballpoint pen.
Key broke.
I beg your pardon?
And I was lending him my key extractor, my broken key extractor.
His key broke? Let's see, his cell phone broke, which is why we can't reach him on his cell phone. Now his key broke, which is why he won't be able to get into wherever the hell he's going.
And generally speaking, he's just broke.
Well, we know that. Well, that'll teach him to work here. Now, one thing we also got to salute George for, which we can't say a lot, but being on in the summer and putting up with the crap, because you know what happens during the summer that's happening today?
What?
Only in the summer it happens every day.
The punks?
They're out of school.
Yeah.
So now we've got the cock and bull and the bolomat, which the punks were busy with on the weekend when they discovered that the poll was up and nobody else knew about it. And they're just, they're just diddling away on their computers again. Seriously, this is a very serious neurosis in America, man, is computer punks. We need to have a computer punk jail where we round them up and we do the ultimate penalty, and that is not allow them anywhere near a computer.
Like in Gitmo, they can stay in one of those cages out in the sun.
Did you say Gitmo?
For your money.
Cock and Bull 61, bogus, Bolomat 52. We're going to throw those two right out. Sunrise Musical Theater 48. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? Don't worry now. You people are getting like, feel it's ponderous. We're not going to do this more than another, 2-3 months? I mean, it'd be a lot more productive to talk about the fact that Alion's daddy's now a big politician in Cuba and got elected without any opposition, which is the easiest way to do it. And that Miriam Elephant won't resign, and everybody's saying, oh, you better not let them make her resign or else we'll show you what for. But what's the point? What are we going to change anything here?
No.
Of course not. Absolutely not. We could sit here talking about Paul Castronova and his stale old stolen material from other shows. Are we going to do that?
No.
Sure. Sunrise Musical Theater 48, Eastern Airlines 45, Hollywood Sportatorium 29. And by the way, you're still not getting no job here, Paul. Uno's Pizza 25, the Dollhouse 24, Penrod's 19, Crandon Park Zoo 16, area code 30515, Gracie's Restaurant 14, which I still have no idea what that is. Don't you remember somebody called about that? Don't you remember what Gracie's was?
No.
I can't imagine why. We only had, 40, 50,000 different places called in Thursday and Friday? You better start paying a little bit more attention.
What?
Where am I? Miami Hollywood Speedway 14, Hollywood Fashion Mall 13, R Donuts, that was the topless donut joint, had 12, 1800 Club 12, Kenny Rogers Chicken 12, Agora Ballroom, and Sumner's on the Beach each had a dozen, and the K-Pop Trian had 10. Who Song and Larry's 9, Art Stock's Playpen 9, Woves only had 8, Woves only had 8! Whew. Man. It's enough to frost your ass, isn't it? Oh, here you go. The Bakery Center of Sunset and Red Road. Got that down? The Bakery Center. You remember that?
Right, sure.
That was supposed to be a big deal.
Right.
Wasn't. I love all these new things that come along. Oh, this is going to be like the Omni. You know, that was going to be a big deal. And then all the drug money dried up. South Florida business list. Pumpernicks we got. Oh, see, why do you people do this? We got all of those. Them. Neighbors? Did we have Neighbors on there?
Don't recall.
Jim? You got Neighbors on there? I don't think we have Neighbors. That's EIGH. Got Neighbors? Neighbors was kind of like the Ranch House. One of those kind of like, kind of a joint. And you know what else doesn't have any votes, which I perused the 75,000 from Friday that have no votes yet? Copper Penny. Copper Penny was good. You don't think?
I don't remember. Like I ever ate the Copper Penny.
You know something? I bet you did. You just don't remember.
I might have, as a child.
Copper Penny was good. I can't stand this. This has got all the same stuff we already got on there. I can't believe it. It just wears me out. When in doubt, I feel like I'm worn out. From you people that you're not paying attention. You're supposed to be writing these down and making your own list. Keeping up with it. No, seriously, if they want to participate, at least give us a half a chance. Something new, something different, not the same old crap that we already got on here. Look at this, the Topless Donut Shop. I just got through saying it. What is wrong with this town, man? It's stale.
Hey, how about that?
Can't you
Topless
smell it?
Donut Shop.
Our donuts? Let's see, here's one long gone. How about Raymond's Steakhouse, the best steaks and hash brown potatoes in the world? I remember Raymond's. Remember Raymond's?
No.
Raymond's Steakhouse, North Miami Beach, Biscayne Boulevard. Get that down. It's RAYMOND''S. Raymond's Steakhouse. I'm spelling it out. So you didn't think you were going to be here today. Is that Mr. Hotshot? You had an appointment with what?
Oh, he thought he was going to leave.
He had a drug deal
11.
going? You thought you were going to leave at 11. The show goes till 1. Now let me ask you, are you getting paid for these hours or not? Oh, you are getting paid for these hours, but he thought he was going to leave at 11. Well, guess what? I'll see you. I'm leaving now. How do you like that?
Oh, wait for me.
I got a whole new deal. Yeah, George and I are both leaving. We got a whole new deal now. We're getting paid for the whole 4 hours, but, if the mood strikes us or we got something better to do, like, drive up and down the Hershey Highway, we're gone. We're out of here.
He's hourly, so if he left at 11, that's when it would have stopped.
Oh, brother. How can anybody in your position afford to be writing off 2 big hours at $1.75 an hour, huh? You must have some real big deal going on the outside that we don't know about. Carlos.
How come I don't know about it?
Yeah. 'Cause he don't want you cutting in on the action. 5670560.
Just enough to wet my beak.
You want a piece? A piece for the, that was a great scene where they're on the roof in Havana. Wasn't that a great scene?
Oh, yeah.
Hyman Roth. Too bad he didn't push him over the edge. That was a bad acting job, if I say so myself. What was his name that had the act? Lee Strasberg.
Yeah.
See how quick I am today, huh?
I didn't ask.
And they filmed that scene in Hallandale, which a lot of people think that Meyer Lansky lived on the beach, which he did in his later days, walking his dog on Collins Avenue. Oh, and also, where the hell was I reading it? I already Schmidt-canned it. In that column by Fred Grimm, where he's talking about the Playboy Club that we lost in the 80s. And he says there was the first one outside Chicago, and he talks about the one on Biscayne Boulevard. Let me say it again, like we discussed here on Friday, Fred Grimm. The first Playboy Club was over there on Collins Avenue, one of those big condo joints. And then they moved to 20 to Biscayne and whatever that was. What was it? About 80th?
I don't know.
Whatever the hell it was, 78th. So get it right, okay, Fred? If you're going to write a bunch of stuff in the paper, don't be acting like Barry Jackass. You already got one clown in your newspaper. Put something in there that might be correct. The first Playboy Club was over in the beach, back in the days when Jackie Gleason was doing his show on Miami Beach. Remember those days? No. I do. That's when this place was like alive, man, when we had living and breathing people, except, isn't that ironic? The greatest irony of this town is that the living and breathing people today are all on South Beach, at least in Dade County, where it used to be nothing but the old dead people. Now,
I remember that.
Now we've reversed it. The living and breathing are down around South Beach, and all the rest of the town is dead. We turned it completely around. So we've taken about 10 blocks, we put the people who are alive down there in South Beach, and now the whole rest of the town is like, exactly like that. I say we go back to the old days, is what I say. Take all those people, put them down there in the ACLFs and out there in their little rocking chairs staring at Collins Avenue, walking their dog, Meyer Lansky, we can bring him back to walk his dog, he was a wonderful man. The hotels here are, that kind of stuff. And then the rest of the town we can bring back spring break, bring back some living and breathing people, and get all these old farts and send up to like Delaware or somewhere. Anywhere. Send them up to Massachusetts, someplace like that. Get them the hell out of here. All these old blue hairs, these miserable, nasty, hateful, rotten, horrible, driving idiots.
It's warm in Texas.
Yeah, it's nice and warm. No, it's not. It is not warm in Texas. Do you see the temperatures? They were like 25 in Houston this weekend?
I thought they were always hot.
And do you have any idea how cold it is in Toronto and like upstate New York right now?
Yeah, I got a clue.
Yeah. Like below 0 Fahrenheit. Brutal. Nice going, Neil. Oh! Good timing. 19 till noon at 560 WQAM. If your carpets look and smell like crap, here's the answer for you. Start out the new year by doing yourself a big favor and having your carpets made just like brand new. It's like somebody comes into your home and waves a magic wand. But actually how it works is our friends from Dry Concepts come in and they use their exclusive patented dry cleaning method to suck out the deepest dirt in your carpets way down into fibers that you can't see hopefully with the naked eye. But man, when they leave, your carpets look and feel like brand new. They smell lemony fresh. They're dry in a couple of hours and you'll say, this is like a miracle right on my floor. So instead of spending a fortune to replace your carpeting with expensive brand new, just have your old carpets look and smell and feel just like brand new with Dry Concepts. I've been using them in my house for about 150 years. And everybody else I know with a brain uses Dry Concepts too. All of my relatives, which gives you a hell of an idea. Even the Rimmers use Dry Concepts. How do you like that? They even pay for it, George. Are you amazed or what? And of course, as far as the price is concerned, they give you a written guaranteed price before they start the job. So when they get finished, there's no bad surprises, no rip-offs, no add-ons, just a big smile on your puss with a stupendous job every time. And they also do an unbeatable job of cleaning your upholstery and leather furniture and all the other good stuff too. If you have a problem with pet odors or mildew odors, they'll take care of it for you. So if you want the best job in the world at a guaranteed fair price every time, call these folks because they'll do a stupendous job for you. Dry Concepts. Call them toll-free from any place at 1-800-248-5071 or just log on to their website at dryconcepts.com. That's 1-800-248-5071. Clean today, entertain tonight. Not just their slogan, it's their business at Dry Concepts.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Hang this up, baby.
Oh, man, have we got a situation going on here today or what?
Yes.
Woo! Heavy duty. I think it's best just to leave it that way. We got George running around trying to break into engineering for a reason that we don't want to discuss on the air, just because there's a little door emergency there. And then we got the fax machine just jammed. And now Carlos is sitting there, so what are we going to do? You're going to be able to write and sit there with that thing on at the same time?
Yeah, I'm not blonde.
And George just came back
there comes
anyway.
the blonde.
So I just jammed up the fax machine. I just yanked the paper out of there, but it's still like jammed up. I don't think on these holidays we're ever going to work again. I think this is the last day on this.
Yes.
Never again.
Woohoo!
Did you get in there?
Yeah.
Hey, if anybody in the audience wants a place broken into...
Just so you know, that was 2 locks. The regular door lock and then the deadbolt.
Anybody out there got any bagels to be accompanied by locks, George can pick them.
And I'm grinning.
Let me see if I can do this again, okay? Now that you're back. I think this should work now. Okay. Let's see if it's going to work. The Ludway Bar, Ludlam Road and Crowway in Miami, remember that? No.
No.
Now, is anybody going to write these down? And where the hell did he go?
I had to get the door open. Now he's got to go in there and do whatever it was that George told him.
It's called Do-It-Yourself Radio, boys and girls. I think we ought to just sign off.
And if we weren't here...
Let's play the national anthem and sign off. The Ludway Bar and Lester's Bar, not to be confused with Lester's Diner that you were so negatory about before. Lester's Bar, Federal Highway in Fort Lauderdale, south of Searstown, across from the War Memorial. Let me ask you, is Freddy's Anchor Bar still open? I bet it is, in Fort Lauderdale or on State Road 84. I mean, State Road 84 and A1A, around the corner.
Never heard of it.
You never heard of Freddy's Anchor Bar? Oh, that's right, I forgot. You're stuck there in Hollywood. The Painted Horse, 69 cents for all the... Oh, I see. I thought
it said that before.
I thought it said for all the kids you can eat. It said 69 cents for kids all you can eat, and 99 cents for adults. Painted Horse we already did?
It's come up. I don't know if we actually wrote it down on anything.
It said, too many to count. All are missed by us old folks, says Leslie. Well, we're all old folks, Leslie. And guess what? Neil fixed the fax machine. Oh! Yeah! What a great job. If you could see what I had in there, like my fault. Because I tried to pull the paper out while one was like jamming through there. Goes to show it's a real good experience by being up there in Toronto and have my own do-it-yourself studio. Real good. Here's one from Bob in Cooper City, who says, I'm a long-time listener and big fan. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh and always listened to KDKA. Often heard you speak of the all-time greatest baseball announcer, Bob Prince, which you were absolutely correct. And occasionally you mentioned Ed and Wendy King. They're still dead, by the way, Bob. But I never heard you mention Reed Cordick. Yes, I did a morning show, similar to yours for many years, was hilarious. Are you familiar with him? Yes, I am, Bob in Cooper City, and thank you so much. That's not the same Bob from Cooper City that we used to know and love who went to whatever the school that was, Piper High. Oh, man. This has been I don't give a crap how many people say this is boring and it's ponderous. This has been quite a exercise, you know what? An exercise in futility.
Is today that day where you play all the bits at noon?
No, but it probably should be. Now, look, I got everything under control now. We got it all fixed. Now, it's very sad, though, that this radio station it's just a one-day holiday here. It's not like Christmas where we went through, like, days and days of nobody being here. And, like, everything's coming unglued in this building today.
Did he explain what the issue is specifically?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
If we don't fix this business, we're locked in here.
What do you mean by that?
Everyone in the building, we can't get out unless we resolve this, what he's off doing right now. That's why I had to break in there.
That's what you think. Did you ever hear the old broken window?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not locked in here. 101, I'll be out that door. By hook or by crook or by crowbar, I'll be out that door. Yeah, see, this is typical of the Beasley way, man, in this awful... In fact, how do you like that note in the elevator? Do you really believe that about the elevator inspection? And about, well, the inspection is passed, but they ran out of permit, and they whatever? In other words, they haven't paid him off yet, the inspector. Who the hell are they kidding?
That's like that lost tag cardboard thing that you see on the back of people's cars.
Yeah, exactly. Our elevators in this building couldn't pass inspection for $50,000 cash, okay? Under the table.
Officially a thrill ride.
Record Liquidators was Record Shack. I've had several about those. Record Shack, and it says, yes, the original owner was a total prick. Record Shack, got it?
Got it.
And don't forget Spencer Gifts. Weren't they like in every shopping mall there was a Spencer Gifts?
They're gone?
That's what it says here.
I don't think that's...
we don't believe you, okay?
Right.
And Agora Ballroom we already got. Morrison's Cafeteria, is that gone? Morrison's Cafeteria is gone?
Oy!
Oh, my God!
Writing it?
Write it down, but I have a feeling that could be absolutely wrong. Anyone mentioned Record Shack yet? Look at this. This guy's back again. Same thing. Same old stuff. Jesus Christ, just give us a chance, okay? The best nightclub I ever went to was Biscayne Babies in Coconut Grove. Was on the second floor across from the Mayfair Hotel. Used to have weekly pajama party nights, and the chicks would wear awesome lingerie and nighties. On my 23rd birthday, I went to a pajama party. I met a girl in the skimpiest little nightie. She was curious as to the size of my feet. I have a size 16 shoe. Well, she started talking about big hands, big feet, and what goes along with it, and the rest of the facts is missing, but we can assume, you know.
Big
How do you like
big
that?
Shoes.
Biscayne Babies, got it?
Got it. I-E or Y''S?
Whatever you want.
Okay.
I.E., he says.
Apostrophe
Like
S.
these people know, And stop putting Corkies on here, okay? Stop putting Corkies. There's still Corkies in Pembroke Pines where all the old farts are, okay? What is wrong with these people, huh? They keep insisting, like just because it isn't next door to them, be more like George, get out a little bit. To a 10-block radius in Hollywood.
Once you have kids, you don't go out much. I mean, you go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Look at this painted wagon we got. Jackie Gleason sandwiches, bonfire. We got all those. Tyler's. What the hell was Tyler's? We got all of those. Oh, here's a good one, but I think they got the wrong name. Was it Krebs they're talking about? It says there was a restaurant north of Oakland Park on Andrews, a block called Kielbs. Kielbs? I think they're talking about Krebs. Remember Krebs?
No. Am I writing it down?
Which had good food, went under 3 years ago. No, because we don't know what that is. Nards. And look at this. This must be somebody who owned it. I feel sorry for all you people that went under here, okay? Our deepest and sincerest apologies for trying to do business in this horseball town, but it happens to the best of us. Look what's happening to Paul and young Ron. Nards, 656 North Andrews Avenue, Fort Lauderdale. Stop in and have 2 complimentary drinks. Maybe if you only gave 1 complimentary drink, you'd still be in business.
Am I writing that down?
Nards. Well, it must be, because it's right here. Nards. Grand Prix Racerama is gone?
No.
No. So what are they talking about?
Now. They just changed the name.
They just changed the name, so don't be... And Musicians Exchange?
Am I writing that down?
If you want. Well, whatever you like. Don't ask me. Don't ask me questions. Whatever you like, okay?
Then not.
George says if there's a choice between writing it down and not, he'll pick not. And I don't blame you. Piggly Wiggly Supermarkets. Now, what's the story on that? Did we already do that?
Well, they're not down here anymore.
But they were.
They were.
So write it down. I don't think we did that, did we?
No.
Chauncey's, a restaurant in South Miami. What about Roy Rogers? Didn't we already do that? Or we did Kenny Rogers? I don't think we did Roy Rogers. And what about Dale Evans? Is she small potatoes? And what about Neil Rogers? I hear it's time for him to hang it up is what I'm hearing. And park his horse right out there in Davie on Davie Road Extension, right by that old Lums.
Just do it gingerly.
Roy Rogers Restaurants, Piggly Wiggly Supermarket, and Chauncey's, Chauncey', Chauncey's Restaurant in South Miami. Oh, jeez. Today's the last day we're doing this, by the way. Are we? Please say yes.
Yes.
5670560. Here's a call from North Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
A few in North Miami where I grew up. The Boulevard Drive-In.
Boulevard Drive-In. Okay, don't go too fast, because George is writing these down. He's very, very slow.
It was X-rated.
Okay.
We used to sneak about 10 guys in the trunk just to get in there.
I'll bet you did.
Also, the Gold Triangle. Anybody say that?
Yes, we had that.
Also, the Cat's Meow.
What was that?
It was a gay joint on Sunny Isles.
A gay joint? Oh, if we put all the gay joints that have come and gone, we can make a list of 6,000.
That was in the 70s.
Yeah.
And the Crazy Horse.
Got it.
Mail review.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
Okay, thanks.
Do you remember that big fat Buddha over by the Crazy Horse? He used to sit out on the road, just a big statue. They moved it over to the Hollywood Circle.
Well, are you talking about the Golden Buddha restaurant? Was right up the street there.
Yeah, but that's the same Buddha they moved over to the Circle, right?
Well, he gets around. Okay, thanks. And maybe we'll find out where that cow went to from Dan Dowd's. Now, what was the other one? Oh, how about Mary's? I talked about it, but how about Mary's Restaurant in North Dade that I used to know and love? It was like about 140 something. 145th and Biscayne Boulevard. And 441. Mary's? You've heard me talk about Mary's a million times. Let's put Mary's Italian Restaurant on there, okay? I bet you a lot of people love Mary's. And my transsexual friend that used to work there, the waiter, waitress, whatever her name was with the hairy arms, what was wonderful. Remember she called in that one day?
She was a transsexual?
Yes. She was a waitress at Mary's, and then I ran into her in a drugstore somewhere. Mary's was great. They had fantastic pizza. Everything there was really good. But nothing stays the same, boys and girls, in case you haven't noticed. Nothing stays the same.
That's what the Buddha said, since that guy was talking about Buddha.
4 minutes till noon at 560 WQAM, the Mad Dog at 1.
Live and local. This is 560. The radio's all yours now. QAM.
Well, it be the 12 to 1 hour on WQAM. Shut up, you retard. Ginger Rogers takes a mouthful of the sausage and whore-haze pants. That pipe smoker and uncircumcised Cuban engage in a fakeler dance. I'm a cranky homophobe. Not that I mind it, but I'm way too old. I fantasize about being in bed in a tryst with Fiedler, my man friend. I'll kiss and make up with Ginger someday. You will. And then ask him to rape my buns. Yeah, over and over again. Though I would not feel remorseful. No! And I would not be ashamed about a Ginger and Mo gay union, just boning and stroking away. Boy, baby, you're not my type. No. You sound like a 9-year-old kid. Only a macho, manly kind.
You don't notice me.
That makes me flip my wig. If Ginger was a lover of mine, I'd bury my bulbous veiny nose inside his pimply rear end. No, I would not be a sport hole. No! If I was not a closeted fay. That's why a Ginger and Mo gay union would make me feel giddy and gay. Yay.
Everybody follow my bouncing balls.
Yeah, Ginger and Mo gay union would make my sore old bony ass feel safe. If we had a Ginger and Mo gay union, then he wouldn't have to get me raped.
1203 at 560 WQAM. Happy birthday, Gildy, even though you are a Molicker. Here's the fact that says Neil just wanted to add that as long as you're including Fort Lauderdale Yankees, you should include the Miami Orioles during the spring, the Baltimore Orioles, and their spring training facility, Miami Stadium. We already got Bobby Maduro Stadium, right? That's good enough. Also, I forget the name, but it was a workout center owned by a former Miami Dolphin. I believe it was Sport Rooms. We got that, don't we? Sport Rooms, got it. I know there was one on, you must excuse me if I don't remember too well since I'm a 30-year-old Julio. Love you, Neil. Okay, Julio. Godfather's Pizza, it says here. Remember that? We've been through that a million times, right? Don't take it personal, Eugene the Machine. That's what it's signed here, Eugene the Machine.
The dancing machine?
Rhymes with Queen. And also, Tropicare Drive-In Theater. Did we do that? We did that. Been there, done that. Godfather's is still around. They're in with Hess, and George don't like that. We discussed it on Friday. George does not like these linked together businesses like Dunkin' Donuts and Baskin Robbins and Hess Gas and Godfather.
Well, you realize,
we like the freestanding original,
It ain't just a matter of location. The rules and the laws are different for a gas station contained restaurant.
What do you mean by that?
The health code is
in other words, there's no limit on the amount of gas that they can pass? I'll tell you one thing, I should have been there the last few days. Since I was expelling the remnants of my induced hemorrhoids from mommies last week, the good news is I'm not going there this week.
Anyway,
well, that'll be perfect since Flores is bringing us lunch tomorrow. How do you like that?
They are? Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Not that I want to eat on the air 2 days in a row after eating that chocolate stuff and those cupcakes this morning.
You're going to die.
No, I'm not. Yeah, well, I am. So are you. And him. And all the rest of you, too. I'm doing okay. I'm not doing that good, to be honest with you. I'm doing okay. Let's see, here's what it says. I really don't like the tone of your show. All right. Maybe maybe the places that are on your list all suck. That's why they're closed. Oh, this is from that asshole Andy. Or some Andy. Yeah, this is that idiot, okay, who wants some attention. You're not getting any. He's just jealous of Greg. Luskins is on the... Oh, Rich Pachter. You know something, Rich? We appreciate all your wonderful stuff. Back when we did the music stuff, he was very helpful. Remember on that?
Yes.
One day. But Luskins is on the list twice. Well, sue us, Rich, okay? And by the way, Paul Harvey Jr. called, which is why he's in a sour mood. And we still don't like Paul Harvey Jr. Listen to goddamn Tony Bruno, my ass. And you know when he started listening to Tony Bruno? Let me give you a hint.
Gay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when he started.
After that endorsement.
After that endorsement by our morning guy, who sounded a little giddy and gay that morning, making a guest appearance on a... And of course, if he would have just checked the damn affiliates list... and realized that they got a very weak signal that he only travels like 2/3 of the way around the state, then he probably wouldn't have made that appearance. Would he have? Yeah, he would. Here's one. Look at why I have to keep crossing these off. Did we do the Asta, H-A-S-T-A? Had great roast beef. Nixon hung out there. Nixon should have been hung. We did put it on there, the Asta? Well, how good for you. The cockpit bar near the airport. Did we do the cockpit? We did the cock and bull. We did the cockpit. Boy. Now look at this list. See, they won't stop. The cock and bull, the owners of the cock and bull restaurants, of which there were two. The guy's name was Saul. I don't know what the son's name was. The son ran to one in Hialeah, and the old man, Saul, he was in Miami. Now, if anybody can fax me that, then you'll really have hit the jackpot. Somebody already got to Bill DeShero, who used to sing there. He used to be like a make-believe Elvis, a real bad one. I remember Craig Worthing doing those spots. The magnificent cock and bull restaurants in Hialeah. The magnificent, Craig, the food was good, but it was not magnificent, okay? I know it said that in the copy, but it wasn't magnificent, Magnificent, you think of like the Bellagio, something like that. Ruth Chris. But cock and bull was not magnificent, Craig. But if somebody can fax me the names of the owners of the cock and bull restaurants, that'll be quite an accomplishment, especially since they're going to get buzzed off the list since these are mostly phony votes. Cock and Bull 64, it sounds like a cock and bull story to me. Sunrise Musical Theater 53, Bolomat 52, that's another bogus. We don't even know what the Bolomat was, do we, besides like a bowl?
Bowling?
Yeah, Polish place. Eastern Airlines 48, Hollywood Sportatorium 32, the Dollhouse 25, Uno's Pizza 25. Now, let me ask you, how come Uno's is doing so good? And if you look way down the list in these 50,000... See, I don't know how anybody could vote on this thing, Carlos, because you've got 4,000 names on here. In fact, just to check the number of votes we got, it takes 15 minutes just to scroll to the bottom and see how many votes we got. And there's about 600. 886. We're moving up to 1,000. But it's got to take people a half hour to vote on here because there's too many on the list. Don't you think, George? Yes?
No.
Roni Plaza's got one. Did anybody finally vote for my friend Toby for the toast? Let's see. You think? They must have, because it's not in the zero column anymore. Look on there and see if you can find the toast.
Look on where?
That's my point. That's exactly my point. There's too many freaking ones on. The Depot's got up here. Now what the hell was that?
3 votes for the toast.
3 votes for the toast. Thank you. Oh! And Toby thanks you. Oh! And his mom, who I'm sure is pushing up Daisy, thanks you too. That was a very good place. They had valet parking, and I remember it well.
4 votes.
I remember that Toby was kind of a pest, but it was a good place. That was WIOD days, I think. Early IOD. And definitely W Snooze. Or something, I don't know. It all blends in together. You know, when you're long past overdue hanging it up. Hey, listen, Castronova, let me tell you, if it wouldn't have been for Mitch Hirsch, I'd be long gone. You could have this gig. More power to you, okay? In fact, I say Castronova for like what? Right after Duff's weekend show, after Penis Talk, let's put Castronova in there. Huh? I think that's a hell of an idea. No, you're laughing. That show starts this weekend. Now that football's just about over. Duff, Lindsay, and Penis Talk. That's why he's not here today. He's practicing for that show.
Well, they could tie it into the station and call it Jock Talk.
Yeah. Sally's Restaurant across from the Dade County Courthouse. We got Sally's? Get it on there, baby. And it's spelled I-E-S? I don't think so. I don't know no Sally. Spell it however you... It says all the lawyers hung out there waiting jury verdicts. All lawyers who were there were hung. I guess Norm was never there. 10 minutes past noon at 560 WQAM. I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to start doing that chocolate as a drug thing before the show every day.
It is.
It's 10 past noon. I feel like we just started about 45 minutes ago, don't you?
And you're talking a little bit fast, which is good.
Am I really?
Yeah, just
maybe
a little bit. Maybe it's because
it's Geldy's birthday. Maybe I want to start talking like this. Huh?
You're on uppers.
I don't even have to do the helium today.
You have a sugar rush.
Right. I do. In fact, isn't it time for Rush? Right now. You don't need to turn over to that station to get Rush. You can get a Rush right here. Yeah. Let's talk about how the Clintons are killing people right now. 10 past noon at 560 WQAM. Let's get some real votes on that poll and stop with these cock and bull stories on there because cockamamie crap we got. Here's something that's not cockamamie, and that is this. And that is if your back doesn't feel great, it's probably because you're not sleeping good at night. And if you're not sleeping good at night, it's probably because you got a crappy mattress. Maybe you used to have a good one, but it's worn out, lumpy and bumpy, and it's time to replace it. How do you do that? Many ways to do it. You can go to a bedding or department stores, get ripped off, shop around all day, waste a lot of gas and money, and still not get what you want. But if you want to get a perfect great new mattress at an unbeatable everyday low price, Dial-A Mattress are the people to do it for you. Call 1-800-MATTRES. They'll have you sleeping like a baby tonight and all year long and for years to come. And we're not talking about some off-name brand that nobody in the world ever heard of. We're talking the best mattresses in the universe, Sealy, Serta, Simmons & King Coil, in every size and style under the sun. When you talk to 1-800-MATTRESS, when you call there, you'll be talking to somebody who knows their stuff, who'll hook you up with exactly the mattress you want. It's in stock, ready for nearly immediate delivery. You can even have it delivered the same day you call them if you're smart. You get to choose the date and the time. Dollar Mattress prides itself on their 99% on-time record, which is just one reason out of a million why they're ranked number one for overall customer satisfaction. So do what I've done for years and years now, what George recently did, and even Miguel did as well, which is probably why he's not here today. Call Dollar Mattress and get yourself a great name brand mattress. All you do is make the one easy call. They do all the rest for you. They come and deliver the new mattress, take away the crappy old bedding, and they set it up for you. Call 1-800-MATTRES for Dollar Mattress, the perfect way to start off the new year for you and your back.
We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
O-R-O-N.
You hear that? Yeah. I think we solved that problem. We got 45 minutes to go, and I think we just sit here and let that... I like it. All right. Yeah! What did I tell you about this day, huh? Everything in this building is like... Can we try it one more time, see if it works? I don't think it will. Look at that. It won't do anything now. Oh, my God almighty. You think I should give up? Yeah. Okay. We're going home, folks. Everything in this place is screwed up. We got a technical disaster here today, but that's not unusual. I shouldn't have said that. George Corso might be listening. Hey, George. Kelly Seafood in Sunny Isles. What do you say? And Carlos apologizes profusely. We've had many, many people fax in and say, are you people some kind of assholes? You put 300 names on that list on Friday. No, we're not. Carlos is. Didn't I tell him divide it up? It would have been just perfect, you know? But the good news is today, which is the third and final part of the poll, which will go up right after the show, won't it, Carlos? Right after the show. Not like a day and a half later, because Carlos and Eric are having some kind of a communication problem, or maybe Carlos stole some of Eric's lunch by long distance, and they're feuding and fighting again. Or maybe Carlos's phone underneath the overpass ain't working too good. But we'll have it right, and then we'll take the top 20 from each of the 3 days, and that'll be the runoff, okay? And we'll take some of these bogus ones out of here, like that cock and bull story that you people are. What about Kelly Seafood? Did we have that? Kelly Seafood, I think, was pretty famous, wasn't it? It said in Sunny Isles.
Heard of it before?
Yeah, we heard of it. Did you ever eat there? No. Well, that's something. If we'd have eaten there, maybe they'd still be around. Oh, here's again this guy. We've already done this. Stop already. Stop. The guy with a list of 600, okay? We did as good as we could with your list, and now give it a rest. Here's one. It says, being a schlepper, I want to throw in the Army Navy, the chain of stores, and Gulf 5 and Dimes. Remember Gulf 5 and Dime?
No.
No, but how about Army Navy? Put that down, Army Navy stores. And one more, the Pieces of 8 Lounge with Guitar Man. Is that our Guitar Man?
I only know one.
Huh. Pieces of 8 Lounge. I know the Pieces of Crap Lounge. One more North Miami institution was Masters Field, a 1940 airstrip off on 19th. No. It says this town was really a cool place back then. What was this? 1940 airstrip? Okay. We'll take your word for it. Here's another long list. Let's see. Utah Gamecock Theater. I can't even imagine what that place was. Castaways, Newport. What the hell was Newport? Cigarette? Little General. Are they still around? That was like you float them.
That's right.
Little General.
Used to be everywhere.
L-I-L apostrophe Little General. Vibrations, we got Mr. Donor. We got the Toast. Yeah, great late night lounge and restaurant across from Sugar's, a gay bar. The Toast, we got it. Thank you. Marcella's. Now, is Marcella's gone?
I don't know.
135th and Dixie Highway. Wasn't that Marcella's? Yeah, that was Marcella's. They got to still be there. I bet you Marcella's is still there. Sunny Isles Rocking Chair Theater. Got that? Sunny Isles Rocking Chair Theater. The Lion's Share, a small chain of sandwich shops. Don't put Marcella's there, because I'm sure. Aren't you sure? Marcella's
No, I'm not sure.
Legendary. Great garlic rolls. Or am I thinking of... No, Mario the Baker is not there. Mario the Baker is on what? There's one in Plantation. On Sunrise between... on University between Sunrise and Oakland, right?
I guess. What was that last one you said? Before Marcella's?
Oh! Are you
After
kidding
Marcella's.
me? After Marcella's, I said the Lion's Share, a small chain of sandwich shops. Is that the one you were looking for?
Yes.
Good. You got it. We apologize again for people who feel this is ponderous, but generally speaking, the audience loves it. They're foaming at the mouth from it. I'm foaming at the mouth from all the sugar this morning. But it is a good idea. The show goes by like in no time at all. Now I can do
sugar.
Another 3 or 4 days of this, and then you can put flowers on my casket. Here's a fax from somebody whose name I can't read in the bottom. It says, great to hear you. I live in L.A. now. I lived there for 2 years, but I'm from Miami originally. Well, congratulations on getting out, Keith. Oh, here it is, Keith. I used to listen to you down here all the time, would always listen to you on the Internet. I guess you changed how you broadcast over the Internet, or possibly because I own a Mac. What does that have to do with it? That has nothing to do with it. It says, for the last few months I've been unable to get your show. Because he owns a Mac?
Well, that'll learn you.
Maybe it's rotten to the core. It says, I'm back in town for a month and have been listening every day religiously as you are, Neil God, it says.
Neil God.
Yeah. I hope everyone realizes how lucky they are to have you on here. No, they don't. No, they don't. They do not. Your poll is great. That goes without saying. I read the whole list to my mom over the weekend. She's been down here for 45 years, and she thought it was great. How do you like that? See, even his mom thought it was great. She's an old fart. We have a few more for you. Jackie Gleason's Restaurant. Didn't we have that? Biscayne and 79th Street? How could there have been a Jackie? Look at who the hell that is. How could there have been a Jackie Gleason's at Biscayne and 79th? Do you remember the fax we had about him the other day, which I was kind enough not to read on the air? Remember that fax?
Yes.
About Kimba, which I did not read over the air, which I'm sure he owes us for that. It was pretty racy. L&N, we got L&N Cafeteria, which I think only had one. Wait a minute. Am I getting confused? L&N Seafood and L&N Cafeteria. Are they different things?
I don't know.
Ah.
But Kim wanted us to know.
Yes?
That the old Dan Dowd Bull is the one that sits out in front of Kim Bokamper's University Dodge.
All right! Is that why they say there's no bull at Kim Bokamper's University
just that
Dodge?
one. It lives on.
And you're welcome for the free plug, Kim, and like I said, you owe us big time for not mentioning what somebody wrote the other day. King Pony Farm. What is that? King's Pony Farm? Forget about it. Prince Hamlet we got. Tarks. Oh, Tarks. Do you remember Tarks? They used to do
on the road down here.
Not there anymore, are they?
No.
Get Tarks on there. T-A-R-K apostrophe S. Awesome
I thought it was a Q.
No.
Okay.
Awesome seafood and chicken wings. What do I smell? Did Bocamper just drop some gas in there? What was that? You don't smell that?
No.
Oh my God! It smells like
Zygon 8?
Like a barnyard of rotten eggs. Man. The drive-in adult movie theater, 140th and Biscayne. Well, it must have had a name. That ain't good enough. Maybe it's the one.
We already got the one.
The one guy. That's the one they're talking about. Where the hell are Rick and Suds? They're on the beach. Okay, that's the bad news for her, Keith. And thanks for the memories. God. Here, oh, look at this. I got 65 faxes all telling me the same thing, that Freddie's Anchor moved around the corner near the Armory. There's a big Mercedes dealer now where Freddie's Anchor Bar used to be. Oh, those were the days, baby. Those were the days. Been replaced by a Mercedes dealer owned by Wayne Hypinga. Oh, no. And here's another one. It says, how about Pirates World, huh? Oh. In fact, I'll tell you what, let's start over at the beginning again. We can do this for another 6 months. Thank you very much, but we already got Pirates World. Call Fred Grimm at the Herald, see what he thinks. And by the way, Fred, you're welcome for stealing all that stuff from us. Let's see, Park Place Cafe in Delhi, a staple in West Dade on Doral Ave area. It's for a year serving lunch to the large business crowd in the area. Park Place Cafe in Delhi. Got it? Good. And we're not going to have nearly as many on the pool today. And like I said, tomorrow we'll take the top 20 from each day, won't we?
Okay.
And then, so then we won't have to do all of this.
Good.
Because we won't be taking anymore. We'll just put the poll on there. Because we don't want to start and be too predictable with another poll. Here's a call from Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How are you? Don't give up, Neil.
I'm not giving up. I'm not throwing in a towel yet.
Hey, listen.
In fact, I'm going to stay here just to make sure Castronova don't get this job. Yes.
I want to tell you a couple of places that I remember. The Miami Marine Stadium in Key Biscayne, where they used to have concerts and boat races.
Okay.
And also I wanted to let you know that the Playboy Club also had another club on Lejeune and 14th.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Where the Best Western is now.
Right.
And also there was a club inside the Eden Rock Hotel called Scarlet. And at the Barcelona Hotel, they used to have two clubs, one for the Julios and one for the
Crackers.
Gringos.
Really?
Gringos, yeah. The Julio one was called the Magic Flute. And
the Magic Flute?
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Fajardo used to play there.
That's not what I heard.
Yeah, I'm not touching that with your lips.
And the one inside the Barcelona was called the Cellar.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot, amigo.
All right, you're welcome.
See ya. Now here's one that says there were 3 of the best bars right here. It said I used to see Kim Bokamp. Oh, that's it. No, actually, they faxed it again that way. He said that Kim was in the building. Now, is he on today? Is something going on that we don't know about? Because my schedule says Jim Mandich 1 to 3, but Kim Bokamp ain't just in here hanging around. Okay.
You better find out so
you better ask him if he's going to be on, because we don't want to be telling you the man. Not that it really makes a difference, because the ex-jock factor is still there. He's still wearing his jockstrap to work. But we would like to know, because just for once in my life, I'd have the right schedule. We got 14 program directors in here. It would be real nice if we get the right schedule, since they pride themselves on that, all the hard work. Maybe if we ever saw Clara. You know what the problem is? Too many holidays, okay? And if there's one thing I can't stand, is too many people taking too many days off. I like people right here in the building every day when they're supposed to be doing a show, not Hank out there at the Super Bowl all week long in San Diego, not this one is taken off because it's Martin Luther King Day, and this one taken off because it was Christmas and New Year's and Hanukkah and Thanksgiving before that, right? We don't go for that on this show.
No.
We believe in everybody showing up every day when they're supposed to, in the studio, wherever the studio might be, of course, etc. So we'll find out during the break if Bokamper's going to be on or the Mad Dog. And, just for the hell of it. And then Bokamper can tell you about all those things he used to be doing in the tea room and these places, whatever. Right? At Biscayne Babies. 26 past noon at 560 WQAM. Hey, all you guys out there with the new year in full swing, now's the time to act on a new high-paying career. Fast Train is holding a free career seminar tomorrow evening, Tuesday, at its Kendall, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Pembroke Pines locations. It's a free seminar. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN to reserve your seat. That's 866-FAST-TRAIN. Make 2003 the year that you're in a high-paying computer job. See that? Now I'm starting to talk so fast because my tongue is like blah, 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 like that from that sugar. You shouldn't let me eat it, George.
Sorry.
Make this the year that you're in a high-paying computer job. If you're overworked, underpaid, or a real sucky job going no place, this could be the most important 50 minutes of your life. Fast Train can have you certified and ready for a dream job in just 4 short months. So call Fast Train toll-free at 1-866-FAST-TRAIN. They've got convenient day, evening, and weekend classes. Call 1-866-FAST-TRAIN to reserve your seat for tomorrow night. For directions to the Fast Train closest nearby you, just call just check out fasttrain.com, and you'll be on your way to a new high-paying computer career. Got it? Fast Train, South Florida's leader in computer training.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Have a penis. I've never had one, I swear.
Just something about it. When I inhale, it's like, wow, dude. It kind of sucks, though. When a seed pops in your eye, it's a real bummer. If you just roll it tight, I'll put that doobie to my flame. Right. Now I'm a glassy-eyed Timberlake, and funny things go through my brain. Right. Ask me what happened 1 minute ago. I won't remember. Take another toke, the ashes make light shows. The falling embers, down with me. Come on over and let's light a bone up. The stuff I bought off this guy will zone ya. Your thoughts won't really be in sync.
Oh my God, look at that fat head. I think he gained the 15 pounds back in his head. The beast just opened a door a crack, and I saw the fattest head I've ever seen in my life. He gained all the way back from the neck up. Am I right? No, sir, look at that. His head must weigh 75 pounds, easy. In fact, I got a quick way for him to lose 75 pounds.
Oh!
Anybody got a sharp instrument? Let's get that machete that OJ left back there. I'll just slice it right off. Lose 75 pounds, the fastest dive going. Are you back on the sack? And how are you doing, okay? Good. He's got the thumbs up. This time, no more screwing around, okay? Just when I leave town, no more of this screwing around. And tell Fat Boy to get lost, okay? He's out. No, seriously. He's trying to muscle in on your sack. Well, he's trying to muscle in any sack he can find, Fat Boy, because who the hell would touch that, you know? Good golly, Miss Molly. Always trying to muscle in. You just forget. You're your hopeless case, Jeff High. We've written you off. Forget about it. We're just measuring the casket. I guess we'll feel bad on that day. You know what I'm saying? We'll feel real bad about it, but we tried. We tried every way that we know how. People that sit in here shoveling like chocolate and cupcakes. Oh,
If you're one of the pallbearers, you'll feel really bad.
people that sit around eating and shoveling chocolate. Is there any more out there?
We spat on all of it.
Here's a list. It's a damn good thing Mo didn't touch it. I should have asked her which cupcake he was squeezing before he finally put it back down again. Can you believe that? Doreen told me, so it must have been true, because she don't have enough good imagination or sense of humor to make it up. We like Doreen now in the show, in spite of what Miguel says. She brought in all that food for Geldy's birthday, and the Mo Meister was going to eat one cupcake, picked it up, and as he was about to put it into his puss, I think maybe because of that piece tilted off to one side a little bit, as he was about to take the first bite, is this for us on the morning show? She said, no, it's for Goldie's birthday, and he put it right back down again. And she said, no, you can eat it. Oh, that's okay, I'll pass. And he grumped off back into the studio. Grumped off. The grumpy old man. Red Diamond Inn, we already did that, right? I love the Red Diamond Inn. Mad Dog and I were talking about that on Friday. Oh, the Mad Dog will be on today.
All right.
Bo Camper's just in the building trying to get these faxes and burn them, the ones that told us stories about Biscayne babies. Chicken Unlimited. Do we got Chicken Unlimited?
I don't think we have that yet.
Well, that was a good one. They were all over town. Got it now, Carlos? Good. And we're not putting banks on there, okay? Because the banks have all been bought out. You know what? What's the point? Raffles we got, Copper Penny we got, and Woolco. Did we do Woolco? It's Woolworths. Okay, 1 out of 80 ain't bad. God, I'm just exhausted from this. Malibu Grand Prix. Palmetto and Northwest 4th Street. What?
It's
what?
A different name now. Palmetto and what?
Palmetto and Northwest 4th Street. Not my hood. Atlantis to Water Kingdom we had, okay? Neighbors Restaurant we got. The Circle Theater in Miami Springs. Uno beso grande, Enrique says. I wonder which Enrique that is. You think it's our Enrique?
No.
Huh?
Your Enrique.
My Enrique. Well, in other words, now you don't like Enrique. All of a sudden, what did he ever do to you?
I don't like him like you like him.
Well, Little General we got. Don't we have Little General? Then we just put that on there?
Yeah.
We just got through putting that on there. Maybe it was a psychic experience. Here's one we don't have on there yet that was all over town. I'll guarantee you. Super X drugstores. How could we have forgotten that? Remember with the yellow sign with the X, X-rated? And Ames Department Stores. A-I-M-E-S. Remember though? You don't remember that? Ames Department Store? Get with it. Let's see. True Sunrise Musical Theater was purchased by Clear Channel 1998, sold to a church last April. We know it's true because we had the story off the internet. So anybody that tries to make up a song and a dance, well, the guy said it was a cult. So a church, a cult, whatever. Some phony baloney thing. Now it says the poll has degraded into merely what's going. You're right. So what is it? I'll throw in another. The Bolomat is number 3 on the list. What do you mean you'll throw in another one? First they give us a little shot, and then they threw in another one that's number 3 on the list, even though I think it's bogus Bolomat. Oh, you people are impossible. Although a lot of people out there, at least 4 or 5, don't have a computer, right? What percentage of the audience do you think has a computer?
60% at least.
Only 60?
At least. That's a low ball.
I'm talking about like at work or at home, where they could like keep track.
80.
80%. So I mean, 80% out there, they ought to be able to take a puke on our poll. What's your favorite South Florida business that's no longer around? This has turned into, everybody in the whole state is talking about this. Do you hear that damn fag over there? He's talking about places we haven't heard about in what was that restaurant in Tampa where Donatello's? You think that's still there?
Don't know.
Remember they loved me like crazy?
Right.
On Dale Mabry?
Sure.
I don't think that's still there anymore. I'm not sure. There's a Donatello's in Toronto. I've never eaten there. I just mentioned that. I mean, it ain't no Barbarian Steakhouse. Rimmer. Oh, let me just, a suggestion. Okay, Rimmer's a great guy, but if you want to go eat somewhere, don't ask him for a suggestion. Please. Especially out of town. He will give you hemorrhoids, indigestion, then he'll get you some good doctors to help clear it all up. He does have the best doctors, and after you eat with him, you'll need it. Neil, the Unicorn Village first closed their restaurant in Aventura, then closed their grocery, so they're all gone. Didn't we discover that on Friday, but thank you again. That's sad. What was the guy's name that was the Unicorn guy? They were a sponsor of mine for a very, very long time, especially when they were opposite. Now, see, you had Vito's on one side with the stuffed pizza, and across the street was the original Unicorn. And now they're both gone. Oh! What's happened to our town, boys and girls? What's happened to this place? Now we got nothing but chains. All we got left is chains and Chuck E. Cheese. Anything else that begins with a CH. Like Chicago. Here's Toby's Cafeteria. Did we do Toby's Cafeteria? Now, what was that?
That was Eric suggesting that would be a great poll to take one day.
What's that?
Do you have a computer?
Hey, Eric, get lost. Toby's Cafeteria, right off I-95 54th Street. Didn't we do that, Toby's Cafeteria? No?
We did a Toby something.
And the umbrella. Now, you wrote that on there while he was out diddling with the doors there, trying to get the place straightened out. Oh, no. Our donuts. How many have we had for our topless donuts? We know where your mind is, okay, all you boobs out there. But we've had our donut. In fact, how many is our, now that they're all so whipped up about it, how many votes does it have? Let's take a look. It's got only 13 votes out of over 900. We're on our way to 1,000 votes on that poll, which we'd have a lot more than that except for the fact that Eric and Carlos missed each other on the weekend. How much did you miss them? The Palm Beach Auditorium is now Jehovah's Witness, not Sunrise Musical Theater. Oh, I see. So what does that mean?
What we've already
In other words,
saying.
Sunrise Musical Theater is a church, and the Palm Beach Auditorium is not. Well, whatever, okay? See, now you're confusing us. We're drowning in a sea of confusion here, okay? How many of these can we keep up with already, okay? There's 750,000 of them. As we speak, there's probably another 10,000 going to go out of business this week, which we feel sorry for them, but that's the way things go, okay? The economy is a lot worse than they're letting on. You know that. You do know that, don't you?
Oh,
The economy's in the crapper.
Yeah.
I mean, they're talking a good game and bada-beep, bada-boop, bada-bop. And meanwhile, the economy is in a crap house because it's Reaganomics Part 2, the trickle down, you know? And there's a lot of stuff trickling down people's leg. And they can't buy any groceries with it. Was it the Grand Mariner restaurant, which was a ship docked in Fort Lauderdale that got everybody sick before closing? I don't know. But we certainly, if it was, hope that they're not around anymore. Burger Castle, did we do that? Was there such a place as Burger Castle?
Somebody said it before.
You won't find no hassle at the old Burger Castle.
It came up in previous shows.
It came up,
about this.
Which is probably why it ain't there anymore.
And I don't know if we wrote it
Did
down.
we put that on there or not, Burger Castle? Well, put it down and you'll check it out, because I'm sure that won't take you more than 4 or 5 hours. Let's make sure we get that poll on there right about by 1:30 at the very latest. Because then by the time we sit down here tomorrow, we're going to wrap this thing up, or we're going to start getting the audience really pissed off. They'll be out in the streets having a nervous breakdown. Oh, WYOD. Well, it's still there for what it's worth. Goody Shoes. Goody Shoes. Remember Frankie Lyman? Goody Goody?
Yeah.
Are we putting down Goody Shoes? No. The Embers. We had the Embers. Regal Beer. No. Oh, the Hollywood Sun-Tatler. There you go. A newspaper along with the Miami News. There's another one bit to dust. How about the Fort Lauderdale News? Remember the afternoon edition of the Sun-Sentinel of Fort Lauderdale News?
No.
Well, there used to be an afternoon paper. It was owned by the Sun-Sentinel, but it was a different Fort Lauderdale News and the Hollywood Sun-Tatler. Got them? Great. In fact, I think your good bald-headed friend Tom Jicka used to handicap the dogs for the Hollywood Sun-Tatler, and of course he and I also used to handicap for the Miami News. I used to handicap Pompano, and he used to handicap the dogs, which I think was more in line with his abilities. Little Tommy, bald-headed geek. Your close personal buddy. Don't forget Hank's out in San Diego all week. What? He likes you a lot, don't he?
He does?
I don't think so. 20 till 1 at 560 WQAM. Are you in need of car insurance? Have you gotten tickets in the past or had an accident?
Yes.
Do you have bad credit? Well, if you answered yes to any of these questions, here's the number to call. Toll free. 1-888-506-7283. That's the number for Florida First Insurance. They have the car insurance policy plan for everybody, regardless of your past record. They've got low down payment, so you can get the car insurance you need for as little as $35 a month. Call them now, toll free, 1-888-506-7283. Florida First Insurance offers free quotes. They're family owned and operated with years and years of experience. Don't forget, you deserve the car insurance that you need, but you need to call them now. 1-888-506-7283. If you need home, life, health, or commercial insurance, Florida First Insurance can get you covered. And right now is a special promotion. Stop by any Florida First Insurance location, get a quote, and you'll receive 2 free casino cruise passes, compliments of Las Vegas style marketing, a $60 value, absolutely free. That's right. Call 1-888-506-7283. Get a car insurance quote from Florida First Insurance and get 2 free casino cruise passes. So remember, no matter what your car history record is, you have to call 1-888-506-7283. That's Florida First Insurance for all your car insurance needs. Call them now in case you missed that number the first 40 times. 1-888-506-7283.
Live and local. We're Sports Radio 560 QAM.
Do I like that?
Rosie O'Donnell can't believe she's gay. A big fan of the WNBA. Rosie O'Donnell
Rosie, we're tired of your fat act. Okay, Rosie, we're nauseous from you already. It's 12:45 at 560 WQAM. The Mad Dog is in the building. He'll be on at 1. And then we got the Humper from San Diego. For Super Bowl, we got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Oakland Raiders. It's the John Gruden Bowl. Isn't that what it's going to be? John and Al and John. Like Dave Hyde says in the paper this morning, stealing it from our show again, but giving us no credit whatsoever. You writers in this town, boys, just, I mean, I understand that we're like banned from the newspapers, which is okay with me, but just like a little something, like a thank you note in the mail or something, a fax saying thanks for allowing us to steal your crap. God almighty. Hey, Dave, you can have all the crap I got, Dave Hyde. Here's a fax that says, what about Eastside Mario's? They're still going strong up in Toronto. Have you ever seen their TV spots? Of course not. And at the end of the spot, he says, bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, he says that. But they're not here. There was an Eastside Mario's by me. You know where, by the Sawgrass? You know where Steak and Shake is by me there on Sunrise? Okay. Well, when you drive in that thing there, like back where Blockbusters was, which is now some other record chain, what is it? The California one? Whatever it is. There was an Eastside Mario's. Gone, long gone. They lasted about 10 minutes. In fact, the fact says, Eastside Mario's was really good till it became all corporate and whatnot. And they're not too crazy about the whatnot. They like the what, but not the whatnot. You think they can get a what? Let's see, most of these probably have been mentioned. Pal's Captain Table. What? Pal's Captain Table? We don't know what that is. Sportsman's Paradise. We already got that. Chateau Madrid. Now, do we have that? Because Chateau Madrid was the one, finally, I'm starting to think, on the corner of Oakland and the 441 in the big round building. We must have that on there. We talked about it last week. Chi-Chi's.
Don Chi-Chi's?
Yeah, Don Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi's. See, well, you know how to spell it. We got Grand Union. The Upside Down House in Sunrise. Anybody ever been to the Upside Down House? 94th Aero Squadron, we already have been through that. And Carlos insists they're still around. Whirly Ball on Copans Road in Pompano. The Moonraker, which is now called Yesterday's. Moonraker? Write down whichever ones of these you feel like, okay? The Down Under, we got that. King's Department Store. Nationwide Auto Parts. Nationwide Auto Parts, that should be on it. That was like a big Shane, wasn't it? It was a big Shane. And Mario's Italian on Sunrise at US 1 next to the Gateway Theater. Mario's Italian is gone, I believe. Now, what's the other one that is still there, which used to be out by me on by Peters Road and University? The Italian place. La
Boheme.
Nah, La Boheme is Italian? Oh, brother. And it says Kenny Rogers is still in Boca. Well, we don't care. Oh, come on. You got to know what the place that, Il Molino. Well, it's close to La. Okay. Il, it's a little more masculine, which you should know that. Il Molino, which is still over there by the Gateway Theater, where Mario's used to be, but they told me that one was better anyway, and I have eaten in that one. It was very good. And the Il Molino out there by me in Plantation is now something else, which nobody ever talks about it, so it must not be too good. The Greatest Drugstore says Super X was on commercial on University on the southeast corner, and Shoppers Drug Mart. Oh, Shoppers Drug Mart's all over Canada, eh? We don't have Shoppers Drug Mart here anymore?
Never heard of them.
You never heard of Shoppers Drug Mart? You better know your drugstores, mister, because you sure don't. You know it?
Nope.
What the hell's wrong with you? God. You don't know Shoppers Drug Mart? Well, I'm not so sure they were ever here. I know they're in Toronto. They're all over the place, downtown. There's a Shoppers Drug Mart on every street corner in Toronto, eh? Well, put it on there, okay, just for fun. Circle K, are they still in business?
Yeah.
They are?
I see them.
Circle K convenience stores? Well, somebody must be besides 7-Eleven. Here's a short list. The Swedish House. It's the Sweden House, you bozo, not the Swedish House, which we got. Brothers 2 we had. Coasters in the Falls. El Torito we got. Bird Road Flea Market, also called the Tropicare Flea Market.
Got it.
We got it. Best. Oh yeah, Best Department Store. Not Best Buy, but it was like Best Department Store. Best Department Store. And Bodega we got, right?
Yes.
Good. Oh, thank God. Gee, now I'm starting to get like overwhelmed by this. See, I can't even talk anymore.
Or it could be the sugar.
Could be the sugar. Could be that blood sugar of 10,000. I don't know. And I don't care because look, it's almost 1 o'clock already. Is the show going to start yet?
What show?
Good God, I'll tell you. That chocolate lace. Man.
And it made your teeth or your molars stick together when you chewed it.
Oh, you had some?
Yeah. Well, it was sitting right here.
Yeah. I thought, oh, that's right. He doesn't like chocolate. It didn't make my molars stick together. In fact, is there any more? Listen, if I had that right at 1 o'clock, I can be home by 10 after.
I licked all of the pieces.
Oh,
put it back on the table over there.
Ooh, that's what Dwight Lauderdale said, too. I don't want to tell you where the pieces were. It's 12:50, 10 before 1 at 560 WQM. If you're a listener to the show or have been over the years, you know that Flores are good paisans of ours and have been for about 100 years. And while we talk about all the places that are come and gone, look at all the places around the 79th and Biscayne area that are on our list, like about 50,000 of them. But one of the places that's still there, one of the very few, Flores Italian Restaurant. That's right, better than ever. Flores, the outdoor restaurant with the atmosphere that's as casual as it gets. Whether you're eating in, taking out, or calling for delivery, everything out of their kitchen is made fresh to order, from the homemade dough for the pizza and garlic rolls to the fabulous sauces made fresh and never out of a can. Flores Pizzeria of Miami creates the great taste of Italy to any dish. In fact, they're bringing us lunch tomorrow here on the show, and we're looking forward to it. And their prices are so low, it's just almost unbelievable. Just $11.99 for a large cheese pizza with a half a dozen garlic rolls and a liter of soda. $13.99 gets you a large cheese pie, a liter of soda, and 6 chicken wings. Be sure and try the homemade meat lasagna, just oozing with melted cheese. And on this show, we love our oozing melted cheese. It's fun at Flores. The food is great. They got stuff to do and games for the kids so they don't drive you nuts while you're eating. You'll love the casual come-as-you-are atmosphere at Flores. They're open every day, 7 days a week. Lunch, dinner, parties, and catering. Call Flores, which has been around for a coon's age, and once you eat there, you'll understand why it's so great. Call 305-758-5351. That's 305-758-5351, or eat right there at Flores at 79th Street, just 2 blocks east of Biscayne Boulevard. Take a drive down the street and wave it to where your WIOD used to be. It used to be great. Come see why the Herald called Flores one of the great Italian restaurants in town. Call Flores Pizzeria of Miami, and be sure and tell them that old Neil sent you by.
Live and local. This is Sports Radio 560. QAM.
Dumb as dirt.
Oh no, Broadway caricaturist Al Hirschfeld dead at 99. How do you like that?
It's a very funky game. The kind you don't watch with your mother. And you're gonna eat some nachos down while you're sitting on the couch. Oh boy, you put some beers in the fridge and gave 100 to your bouquet. There's a bunch of people gonna sing at halftime while you go out to play. Oh yeah, that game is pretty wild now.
The game's the Super Bowl,
the kind of game you hear about
in the pregame show.
Hope the game ain't stinky.
The game's the Super Bowl,
I really love to watch them
when they cross the goal. It's alright, it's alright, the game's alright.
Ride with me, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
It's a Super Bowl, Super Bowl.
It's Super Bowling, yeah. Linebackers sing. Super Bowl, Super Bowl. That game's a Super Bowl. It's a very funky game. The kind you watch with all your buddies. And you don't want any women round. Once you hear the whistle blow, oh boy, blow baby.
So I just told the Mad Dog that Tampa Bay was a lock yesterday. He looked at me and said, Sunday morning quarterbacks, or Monday morning, whatever the hell it was. And he ran out of here. It's 12:50. He also ran out when I talked about Kimbo Camper with Biscayne Babies. The Blue Grotto Italian restaurant. We got that already or not? Carlos.
We do now.
We do now. Okay, put it on there. If we got it twice, who cares?
Grotto.
Hello from Denver, it says. Flynn's Dixie Ribs. Now, are these here or are they in Denver? The Hungry Hound. Paoletti's, that was charades. What was the name of the effing coffee house chain that was on US 1 where Denny's is now, across from U of M? On US 1 where Denny's is now across from U of M. That's your territory, Beast. Let's hear it. Is that awful pizza place? I mean, that's a Little Caesars still down there? You know something? I don't think he's ever even been to the University of Miami. Okay, just a front-running phony like most everybody in this town. Little Caesars Pizza was on US 1 right across from the campus. Huh?
No.
Little Caesars is gone? And it was like salty. The Bird always used to like that, which is probably why they're out of business. The Bird loved Little Caesars down there. Took me in there one day for a pizza. Feh. Nasty. Salty. And then it also says, not Marshall Majors. Now you must know Marshall Majors, huh? No? Marshall Majors was great, Jerome. He mentions that in here. It was sensational. Probably gone by the time you got here. Which is a good thing because you'd weigh 600. Am I right? Has all the weight come back from the neck up? Look at his head. His head. There are bowling balls much smaller than his head. His head is just ballooned up. What do you do? Like, You eat like standing on your head? What is he saying?
Head cheese.
Yeah, head cheese. Well, you know something about that. Here's another one that says the Columbus Hotel. My pie we had. Top of the Columbus. Did we do the top of the home? Did we do that in Hollywood? I think we did that. Dick Hammy's top of the home. Anyway, there's too many. There's just too damn many. The good news is Donatello's is still open in Tampa. Oh! Let's go right now, okay? And that's from, I showed the facts to the Mad Dog because he came in here to tell me that. And he said, that damn Joey again. It's Joey, a.k.a. Tracy Foster, a.k.a. right-wing asshole. Hey, Joey, we appreciate the information, but get lost, okay? You're an idiot. In case it's not already on the list, Taco Viva. Is this kind of like, thank God that this is it. This is the end, my friend. Because you talk about running out of material. Pirates Amusement Center / Arcade on Crowell Way and 70th Avenue in Dade County. Closed in the early 90s. Building looked like an old Spanish fort. Similar to Chuck E. Cheese, except before Chuck E. Cheese. Pirate. Now, we already did that. We did Pirates World and just plain Pirates, remember?
Right.
Already been there and done that. Thank you. Here's another list of ones that we got them all. Thank you. Did we mention the Ground Round in Tamarack?
No.
Well, good, because Rob says, if so, I'm sorry, but put it on the list. The Ground Round. Got it? And that's it. I declare that's it. We are worn out. We've had it. We've had it. Carlos just took the list, just took his pen, heaved it against the wall, just sat down and squatted, dropped a little load on the floor just out of disgust, out of contempt for this exercise, which we thought would just be a little bit of fun, which it was fun, but I mean, you talk about a draining exercise. Now don't forget to have those laced chocolates for tomorrow. Huh? If I eat like 3 of them instead of just that one, this show can be about a 10-minute show.
I'm bringing in laced chocolates.
No, those are from the laced ones. That's what Doreen said. Can you imagine he wouldn't eat the cupcake because they weren't brought specifically for him? I just,
he's an asshole.
Can't even believe that. Because they didn't have his name on it. See, he wants free, but he wants free that's specifically for him.
Good thing we don't care about that.
Yeah. See, with us, we don't give a crap whose name is on it. You know, just like those sandwiches that showed up that day. Hank said, hey, here they are. They're for us now. So anyway, Mo, good luck to you.
Bye. The Neil Rogers Show on 560 WQAM, Miami, Fort Lauderdale.
Yo, let's rate Mo. Radio Big Shot. That's how we pass the time away in the gay old jail. Oh!